Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
thepinballdudes.net. That's the website. They also have a location down in Jupiter. You could play all these pinball machines. But on their website, you can check out all the pinball machines they have for sale. If you don't see one that you're looking for, they can help you find any different pinball machines.
Contact them. They can track stuff down for you. And imagine, and this was your idea, imagine waking up holiday morning, Christmas morning, and you unwrap a badass pinball machine from the pinballdudes.net.
Yeah. That hard to buy for a person in your life.
The whole family will love it. My whole family loves it. I've been playing this Deadpool machine like crazy.
And why do people buy art, right? They buy art so that when people come over, it invokes an emotion, you show it off or whatever. And the pinball machine is a piece of art that the whole family can play and your guests can play, but it invokes an emotion of fun and, like, depending on the time period of the pinball machine, like it can be a classic.
Find them all. If you want the 70s classic, they can find Solid State. They can find all of that. If you want the newer stuff like that Dungeons and Dragons or that new King Kong that's super limited, or like the Deadpool that we have, which I'll say it today, Deadpool's my new favorite machine. It's because I'm the grand champion on it right now. It's so fun, man.
Or in our age, the nostalgia of the 90s. They have tons of 90s and early 2000 pinball machines, and just having one in your house, it is a playable piece of art.
Maybe you
that
love
the whole
Kiss.
family
You want a Kiss pinball machine. You want that Iron Maiden pinball machine.
Also, free delivery, setup, balance, and testing. If you tell them Tom and Dan sent you, here's the person to call or text: Andrew Grand. He's our contact at the Pinball Dudes. His number is 321-591-1062. Call or text him. If you're interested, he's the person to talk to, or you can go down to their Jupiter location if you want to test any of these. But like I said, free delivery anywhere in Florida. Andrew will come, set it up, make sure it's working properly,
He's a great guy. He knows everything about the pinball world, and like we said, if you're looking to buy, they can track down. Maybe you had a pinball machine you played as a child and you want to try and find it. Well, they're your guys. It's thepinballdudes.net.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
On the couch with us, you know this gentleman. You love this gentleman from the Orlando Talk Show. It is our good friend, comedian Ross McCoy.
I want only Dan introductions from now on.
I knew a good introduction. I knew a good one, right?
Me too.
I took it away from him. Did you see I took it away from him?
Yeah, here's the
I didn't let him.
Here's how I think Tom has introduced me the last 3 times, and there's Ross.
I'm trying to think about what to talk about. And there's too many things.
Hey, rejoice, everyone. Rest assured, today is a massively important day.
What?
Good Charlotte released a new album of straight garbage you can go listen to, so go check that out right now. Drop everything you're doing and go listen to that brand new Good Charlotte album. It is trash.
It's subjective. I saw people saying I walked out of the Superman movie, and then some people saying it's the best movie I've ever seen. It's like
I'm just messing around.
All art is.
I like Good Charlotte. If you like it, you like it. There's a couple tunes on there I might go back and listen to again.
What's their hit?
Classic.
I would say their biggest hit was probably Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous.
Oh yeah, that one.
And then they had that album is the one that propelled
Lifestyles
them.
of the Not So Rich and Famous, right? Isn't that how it goes?
No, it was Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Lifestyles of the Not So Rich and Famous.
No, they did they were making fun of like celebrities, and then they were like talking about how you go to jail and you might do 10 to life, and all this different stuff. And then they're like, we don't need the money. Look at you. You're always whining. You're always whining about how everything's so shitty and terrible. And look, you're rich. And now they're exactly the same thing. and they're like, they wrote that song.
Right.
And then they kind of propelled themselves into sort of the same thing. And both the Madden brothers, like one of them's married to old what's her name, The Mask, showed her titties.
Cameron Diaz?
Cameron Diaz, thank you.
Yeah.
They had babies with Cameron
Diaz. It was The Mask that got me there for the record.
Do you remember when Cameron Diaz, before she became a serious and famous actress, she had done some nude modeling, like really some fetish modeling. You can still find it. And you go out there, you find her fully naked with duct tape on her titties.
All right.
Yeah, go find that. It was a better time. It was just a better time. But yeah, if you were...
That's the information we come here for.
Yeah, exactly. My Dan's Gossip News. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Also, Good Charlotte's been around for over 20 years.
There's like a 25
They're
years. A 30-year band.
Yeah. So it's like they've already done it.
They don't...
You're already retirement.
I did find it odd, though, that one of their songs is called Stepper, I think, and it is exactly a copy, and I want somebody to listen to it and tell me if I'm wrong. You can email me. But it's a copy of the formula for their song. Was it like Riot Girl? I think they had a song called Riot Girl, and it's like a pro badass girl song where I like my girls with a mohawk. I like my girls with a nose ring. Okay. I like my girls, bad bitch, meh. And that's kind of the song. They did another one of those. So.
You just reminded me. I thought about this the other day. Speaking of rock stars, that Ozzy. I was like, did Ozzy Osbourne have the best rock star death? Because now that seems stupid at first because you're like, oh, there's so many rock stars that had died at the peak of their fame and it was so much bigger of a deal. Even though Ozzy Osbourne death was a big deal, it's just everybody kind of knew, well, it's not going to go too much longer. We watched him on stage, it's like, he's singing from the throne. When he's doing the reality show, we're like, this guy's going to die.
Did you happen to see the video that was like a couple days after the concert?
No.
There's a video of
Didn't Ozzy. You guys interview him and then...
Yeah, and then he passed away. He slipped in the bathtub at Orlando Hotel. No, there's a video, and I don't know who put it up. Maybe his daughter. What's her name? Blanking. I can't. Marijuana is...
I was about to say Sharon.
I liked her chubbier.
Yeah. The dog.
I want to say Susie Osbourne, but that's wrong. Anyway,
Susie Osbourne.
Yeah, little Susie Osbourne. She released the video, and it's him, and he's sitting there, and he has Beats by Dre on, and he has his iPad, and you can tell he's looking at something, and he's waving at the camera like a normal person. You can tell that he's obviously older. You can tell that he's Kelly Osbourne. Thank you. You can tell he's a little fatigued, but he's waving.
But he's waving a little Susie.
Yeah, and it was fine. It was Susie didn't seem at all phased.
And the reason I say that is the guy, had a full life, right? And then, which a lot of rock stars don't get, was relevant, essentially, and still performing-ish.
He was never not relevant, I don't think he ever fell out.
Yeah, his entire life, and then got to do his last show, then dead.
With his original band. I think you need to pepper with his original band, because here's why that's important. A lot of those guys, they get to the end of the road, and they've burned every fucking bridge around them, and no one's talking to each other. Look at the band Kiss. You're probably not going to get a deathbed performance of any of those guys because they all hate each other. This, you had it was a celebration. Band, Black Sabbath there to perform. Now, granted, he was in a chair and he didn't want to be in a chair, but I mean,
that was what he could do.
Right.
But it essentially won't perform one last time, and the world celebrated him, then dead. And if he would have died 5 years from now, not as what I'm saying, it happened right after. So it was man, just as far as a rock star's life, it seems like he may have the best death of a rock star.
You can't
just from the death being so close to his last iconic performance that the world really celebrated.
Correct. I feel like it's not better for his family because obviously they wanted time for him. But for his legacy, doing the concert, waiting 2 weeks, and then dying is badass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's 100% badass.
Yeah. It was so close.
Remember the legend, G.G. Allen. Remember, he for decades, here's a dude that told his listeners and his followers, or whatever you want to call him, that he was going to die on stage. That would be the greatest rock. He was like, I think that was sort of touted as like the greatest rock and roll death would be dying on stage while you're performing. Kill yourself on stage. This is about as close as you can get to it,
Yeah.
Without like being a psychopath.
And then who's the metal guitarist that got shot by a fan from
Dimebag
Darrell?
Yeah, there you go. No, on stage, Tom.
Yeah, but that one's
fans so obsessed took him out.
That one's too tragic, though. I feel like.
Yeah,
it's super rocky. It's super rock star.
And Pantera continued to play, which they played at the Ozzy. I was watching them at the Ozzy tribute when the last time, and they have a guitar player that looks like Dimebag Darrell.
No, that's Zakk Wylde. I would argue they do not look the.
No, I'm just saying in the same vein.
No, you're doing it. You're doing it. They all look alike. You can't say that.
All white guys with beards look the same.
You can't say they all look alike. It's racist.
This guy looks like Dimebag Darrell. It's a white guy with a beard.
Anyway. Dimebag a dozen.
So
that's two for you, man. If you get one more, then Dad Joke Juice shows up. What does Dad Joke Juice look like? Man, what's his suit look like?
He's got the jean shorts, white Seinfeld's tall, three-quarter socks.
Saving a couple of these jokes for later.
He's just as horny, though.
The only death that will surpass Ozzy is when Keith Moon finally kicks it. If he can do it like right after a Rolling Stone show. And maybe if Mick Jagger has like a massive coronary.
Keith Moon is dead.
Keith Moon? Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. When Keith Richards dies, that'll be it. And ideally, Mick Jagger will have like a massive coronary first, and then he'll go right after.
Keith Moon is the one that is back in the news a little bit, which is probably why you even mentioned it.
Maybe.
Because Roger Daltrey of The Who, they fired Zach Starkey, who is Ringo Starr's son. He was playing in The Who. And I don't know if you caught wind of this. We'll do some rock and roll news today, guys. But Zach was in The Who, and supposedly he played a sloppy performance. So Roger Daltrey, singer of The Who, who's a real prick, he was like, they fired him. Well, then Zach Starkey was like, all upset about being fired and said, like, nobody told, like, are they, like, why am I being fired? This is insane. So they hire him back and say, like, it was all a misunderstanding. He wasn't fired. And then a couple weeks later, they fire him again. And then Roger Daltrey saying, like, well, he's they're, like, fighting in the press and this, that, and the other thing. It's a weird time to be in rock music right now. Weird. A lot of fighting and a lot of drummers going different places. Foo Fighters got rid of Josh Freese, and then they picked up Nine Inch Nails drummer, and then Nine Inch Nails picked up Josh Freese from Foo Fighters. They just switched drummers. It's a weird time for rock music right now, guys. If you're into it, dig in.
It's like a sports trade.
I'm back in.
That is cool for the guy that gets traded or switched, because you get to now experience a whole new band that already has a legacy following.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, that seems better than sticking with the same band. Now you get a little bit of both.
Josh Freese has worked with them before, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like a natural fit. But yeah, they just switched drummers. They're just like, here we go.
So I wanted to talk to Ross about this, because Ross is obviously has. How old are your kids?
Youngest now 18, and then oldest 24. 25.
Okay,
wow, congratulations.
So
and they're good boys.
Yeah, they're good.
Yesterday I had Meet the Teacher, and I've done this before, obviously with Max and Tommy.
There should be a porno called Meet the Teacher. M-E-A-T. I just write that down. Can you write down Meet the Teacher? And I'll watch the shit out of that. Because I love Teacher. I love MILF, and it's spelled with a Y. M-Y-L-F. Oh, you been into those?
Where's that Teacher set? It's the same one.
No, I don't care.
It's the same one they all use.
Who wipes it down? Because it's covered in
Where
gold.
is
My
that?
God.
You never seen behind the scenes of someone like, hey, here's
behind the scene. Behind the scenes?
No, but just someone that's
you
like,
jack off to behind the scenes?
Just think about it. It's something we've all seen the set, and then it's an iconic piece of history, all of us, right? And it's like you think someone would be like, "Hey, here's us," like on their social media.
Being on the set of Seinfeld.
So anyway,
it's probably like an after-hours school when like a janitor just lets them in.
That's kind of what I think, man. Yeah, Southern California.
Kids are learning geography right up till 3:30, and then
when they're gone, I let you in.
So I've done this in elementary school, but this is the first time I've done this in
you did a
middle
porno.
Drunk Smokey the Bear.
And then Max is, I had the unique experience. I guess if other parents have like kids going into middle school and have an elementary school, I did elementary school in the morning, then the middle school in the afternoon yesterday. And so
that's called the 2-kid mullet.
Now, I've always kind of made fun of Meet the Teacher to a certain extent because I'm like, is there a reason for this? Because everybody goes and then you go and then you're like, hello, I'm, Max Van's dad.
You have 30
Is that
seconds.
what you say? Do you introduce yourself as Max Van's dad, or do you say, hi, I'm Tom Van?
Yeah. No, I just say, I don't know. It's just the niceties, and then like, okay, they're meeting a lot of people.
You know what I do?
I
put my hand out, I look him in the eye, and I go, hi, I'm Dan Dennis, and just so you know, I will be watching you.
But I realize the support, and I'm glad to do, bring the supplies, and then the wish list, you pay for that, and then you do the thing, right?
Yeah.
But the actual meeting, I feel like, doesn't necessarily need to happen, and even the teachers are probably like, this all doesn't really need to happen.
I feel bad for the teachers. They always have to have like candy, and then like one teacher had little bags of microwave popcorn in a big bucket, and it was like 100 of them, and they all had little pictures on them that said, thanks for popping by our classroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that.
Because best case, you walk in and you get a vibe. Okay, great. This is going to be a great teacher for my kid for the year. They're going to have a great geography year because this teacher seems good. Worst case, and this has happened to me, you walk in and the teacher seems like a real prick. And maybe even seems like they don't know shit about geography even. And it seems like they don't care about teaching kids at all. I'm just saying, you walk in, you get a bad vibe. They're rude. They're dismissive.
So we're supposed to read them?
I'm saying it's happened before. Where I walked in and I've gotten a bad vibe for a teacher. They were rude. They were dismissive. They were mean to the kids. And you're just like, holy shit.
Put the fucking stuff in the bucket, you pieces of shit.
Or whatever. They're just like, this, and this. Or da-da-da-da-da. Like that. Just that tone right away. Like, your kid's going to be doing this, and this. Or they're going to be like in immediate shit. Like the teacher just is assuming bad stuff.
Can you do anything about it?
No, you can't. That's the worst case.
What's the point?
You walk in and you get this bad vibe from the teacher, and I've had it happen where I'm like, this teacher is awful. I don't want my kid in, and there's nothing to be done. There's nothing to be done.
There's a lot of that in life, right? There's a lot of like nothing can be done in life. So I just put my hands up all the time. It's just like nothing can be done.
By the way, I was right. That teacher fucking sucked and was very negative influence on my kid, and I knew it.
But there's still, it just happened.
And then that was my oldest, and then my next two kids had that teacher as well, and there was nothing to be done. They just taught a subject that everybody had to take, and they were a terrible teacher, and you just had to deal with it.
So I had done the elementary school.
I'm laughing at that. Should not be laughing at that.
So we go to Tommy's middle school, meet the teacher.
Man, I don't even like to hear you say that.
And so
what do you wear to meet the teacher?
I'm the same.
Polo shirt,
work clothes.
I had to change my shirt. I had a pig pen shirt on with a pig spreading its asshole.
Oh yeah. No, I wear the T&D media polo just in case someone's a listener. Then I get my foot at the door, and then I'm like, hey.
I play the show on my phone as I'm walking in. I'm like, you hear that voice? That's me.
But there's another thing too. Like if you have a kid that you know is gonna be a problem or is like hyperactive or something, is like
Maisie keeps bringing a gun to school.
You could get in there and pre-bribe the teacher and be like, "Hey, there's something. There is bribery." I've said that when this kid started school, I was like, "I'm bribing all the teachers." I never needed to because my damn kids, they don't cause any problems. Tommy wants to be a speck of dust, so it's like I'm not bribing someone to, keep the speck of dust in line.
The only thing is microscopes hate speck of dust. They hate it. Oh man, they hate him.
You'll never even know he existed. He's just going to be in the back blending in.
If he gets on the slide and fucks up the bacterium, we'll know.
Yeah. What is that on the slide? Oh, that's speck of dust right there, buddy.
So this was the awkward part of Meet the Teacher. So we go there, and then it's like, all right, now, and really the main part, I was like, Tommy needs to learn, because he's got to go now to 7 different classes, when you're middle school, instead of just switching from one to the other.
School.
Yeah, new school. Yeah. So we get in there and then just learning where his 7 classes are, and then like, okay, you go from here to here, here's your schedule, like you gotta go outside the band. He's in band, I'll tell you, I met the band teacher.
He's in band?
Yeah, because me and Crystal were in band when we were in middle
man
school.
or old lady?
No, well, when you say old man, that's a different phrase nowadays. great because I'm looking at everybody. All the teachers are my age or younger.
Yeah, they're young. Yeah.
And the band teacher, I think, was younger than me.
Maisie's two teachers are just smoke show blondes. I mean, holy smokes. I mean, they're, oh my God.
When we say old man, it's got to be Biden old. There's no.
But that's what I had. My old middle school band director is the one that left his microphone on when he was pissing.
Hilarious.
And you could hear him. I know that's an old trope, but he did it. And he would yell, and I'm virtually certain he hated the black kids in our class. I think he did. You could look at his eyes and tell he was mad at them. He's like, drums again with the drums.
Wait, was he 55?
No, older than 55, dude. He was old. Like, remember when shop teachers and band teachers were old as fuck?
But was it your perception when you were a kid?
No, he wasn't like me. I'm 49. Like, I know.
What? You're that young? Oh, my God.
But
dude,
no, he was
that beard,
old,
you look just like Dimebag Darrell.
He was an old man. He dressed like an old man. Sans belt slacks with no belt. Like a tucked-in polo. He dressed like Arnold Palmer.
Yeah. Well, that was the 70s. He grew up in the 50s. You know what I'm saying?
He was old.
But that's the thing. Like, have you seen those memes where, like, when we were in the 90s, old people dressed like in their 50s because that's when they were relevant.
Not me. That's why 50s. I dress young. I got everything I wear is a Hot Topic.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
Well, band's a good one because does Tommy have any previous musical experience at all?
No.
So the first week probably will be what they call the evaluation, where they like run the kids through some weird series of tests.
Try this.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's involved really, other than like give them all a little horn and see how they do or whatever. And then they'll come home with a slip paper, and then suddenly Tommy will be a tuba player.
Yeah,
just based on what that kid, what we're now calling a kid teaching band. Yeah. What that kid has decided, that's what Tommy's going to play for the rest of his fucking life.
And I like that. I like it. And you have to go
3 years, Ross. 3 years.
But he's not going to pick up another instrument later. Like that's when he's either going to pick up an instrument in that 3 years and keep it for life, or he's going to be the guy who played trumpet in high school and I play a little trumpet for the rest of his fucking life based on some dumb test that this kid is going to run him through with the sea of other kids happening too. It's just so much power and so little.
I like the fact that it'll be something like, does he get in? Like, I got to choose. I got to choose what I wanted to play.
Yeah,
but you had experience, right? You came in knowing a little keyboard or something from your mom.
Oh, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I don't think I can go that route.
Yes, you knew a little something.
Glockenspiel. Next thing you know, we'll have a marimba in his room. Yeah, that'd be so awesome.
Listen, I
had a marimba in my room, dude. Marimba and glockenspiel. That's where it's at. Get him a marimba.
And I noticed that everybody's falling into the same thing where you just wait in line and then you go up and then there's one parent after another meet the teacher because it's in the name that they text us. So you have to meet the teacher, which we all don't even know what we're doing.
To, because like we did it brief. Like, we would come in, and then, like, Maisie didn't want to, like, cause a fuss. So we drop all her stuff.
She's going to fifth grade. She already knows.
Yeah, but she would just say hi, and we get the hell out.
It should be called drop off your 2 public bags full of shit and leave.
That's what it was for Max's. No, I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Things have changed in middle school.
Because he's going to how many classes now? 7?
7. Oh. Yeah. So then there's 7 different teachers, and then those teachers now have 7 classes of who knows how many, 20 to 25, 30
What
kids.
grade is he now?
6.
6. So now let me ask you this, because this was a thing that I had a problem with, like, for, I think, until, like, 9th grade. Are you still buying him crayons? Is it on the list? Because, like, crayons was on the fucking school list, I want to say, like, up until 9th grade. And at a certain point, I was like, you have a tiny little mustache. What are you fucking doing with crayons?
Hold on a second. I have a beard and I like crayons. What's going on here? I don't know what's happening right now.
At one point, my kid was, like, on track to learn calculus, and I was like, why am I buying you a 12-pack of colored crayons for your school supplies? This is Elmer's glue and glue sticks until the 12th grade. I swear to God, I bought glue sticks for the 12th grade. What was he fucking gluing?
I don't. Now it's all computers. Like, they all get a laptop, and then now it's everything's on a computer.
They're like cable guys. You know, it's like go to work for Spectrum. Here's your laptop. All right, get out there.
And I know
get it installed.
Tommy's gonna forget that laptop every day.
It's big.
He's got my genetics. I try to tell him he's gonna forget this.
Before he goes to sleep, put a leash on it like a jet ski. You know, when you fall off a jet ski, put a thing on him. Put a what do you call that? Put a safety kill switch. Yeah.
3 kids, 12 years of school per kid. However that math works out. folders for each grade that I don't think ever got used one fucking time. You needed folders for every class, different colors. I don't think I didn't put anything in the folder any one fucking time.
So as we go and wait in line and then meet the teacher, then there's like, okay, so you're like, hello, I'm Tom Van. This is Tommy Van. He's going to be in your 7th period or whatever. And they're like, hello. Teachers are great, and like for their job and what they do and how much how important they are and what they get paid is ridiculous in society. What we do, you know how much radio show hosts get paid? Anyway, so you meet, and then there's like a 5 Mississippi area of time you got to fill with small talk that I have the problem with because then I was like. So then I'm like, hello, and then I'm like,
what do you do for work? Oh, you're a teacher.
Well, then I'm like,
how's teaching?
I'm like, should I tell this guy?
Have you ever taught anybody famous?
Like, when I met the band teacher, I was like,
have you ever taught a kid maybe in a corporate gig?
Fuck you, Ross.
What's your favorite song?
So then I'm like, should I tell the band teacher I used to play trumpet?
Oh yeah, because it's always about you.
But I don't know what else to say. What do I say?
Something about them or something about the school year. Well, I'll give you for instance. When I met the teacher yesterday, and I met her, like we were standing there talking, and then she had a Kendra Scott bracelet on, like a type of jewelry, and I was like, "Hey, May, look, Kendra Scott, that's what you're into." And then the teacher goes, "Oh, yes, I love Kendra Scott," and then they started talking. You just notice something and you say something, and then you got to know what's happening around in the world. You can't just go there.
I don't know what kind of jewelry anybody's wearing. I don't know what the fucking clothes.
I know.
Turns out this guy knows.
I know.
He's the anomaly, Ross. But I'm talking to everybody on the show that's listening. They don't know nothing.
Then another teacher complimented on Maisie's shirt. She had a Chris Stapleton shirt on, and it had like a white horse on it. It says Chris Stapleton, white horse. And then we started chatting with her, and then she was like, "Oh, I love Chris Stapleton." And I'm like, "Oh, we're going to see him in October." She's like, "Where's that going to?" Like, you're just doing normal small talk, like you're in an elevator.
Anyway, I do all this, and then I'm like, we're going,
what kind of small talk do you end up making? Do you be like,
well,
was it raining when you came in?
I had to be about small talk about the subject. So I was like,
so you look around the room and you're like, oh, are you into the alphabet?
How's math been?
Like I meant the geography, the world history.
What's your favorite country?
World history. So I was sitting there with the world history. I'm like, I'm Tom Van. It's my son Tommy Van. And immediately shakes his hand.
What do you think about India's 50% tariff?
Then I was like, should I tell this guy we just went to Sweden? I'm like, that's a part of the world.
Yeah. I would approve that one.
Tommy just got back from Sweden.
I would approve that one. Yeah,
that's a good one.
No.
And so of course you didn't.
No. I told some bullshit. I'm like, me and my son, we love the world.
We're world lovers.
I'm like, I don't know.
You like Earth Day? Me and Tommy love Earth Day.
A speck of dust in the back of your class. You'll never even hear from him again. And if as long as he passes with C's or whatever, then
it's fine.
you'll never hear from me. Anyway, so I did that, and I am terrified for him. And I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Who's scared more, him or you think?
Oh, me. So
I would imagine.
I get into the cafeteria, and then I'm like, I got to start throwing some money around.
What are you hiding money? You're paying the chef?
No. It's just like,
there's a million clubs to join.
Yeah.
There's a million T-shirts to buy, tote bags, water bottles, like gym kits. There's just a million things to buy.
The PTA, everybody's got
bumper
tables,
stickers, Boy Scouts, like the whole everything.
So I just started going table to table. Like, give me 2 Maitland middle school shirts, and I can buy that. I don't even know what it helps, but I'm like,
put them in 6 tote bags. Give me the water bottles.
It's good. Yeah. You go around, then you go to the PTA. I'm like, I take a picture. I'm like, definitely donate. I sign up. I'm like,
booster club for the football team. I'm in.
Yeah. You start spreading money around, and then that's how.
But are you committing yourself to things you can't? Like, Because a lot of times
I don't think they want my
smell
help.
some overextending here.
Yeah, they just want
At this
the money.
point, they just want the money.
Yeah. They don't want me bumbling in there having to say. They want to say. They just want the money.
They want to stay in charge, and you to enable that by writing them a check.
Yeah. So then I did that. I was like, that's good. But I'm like, and
Tommy's cool with that, like because sometimes I know when parents do things, the kid will be like, hey, knock it off.
If you ask them what I did yesterday, he'd be like, I don't know. He's my son. He's not even, we're just dragging him around. And then I was like, do you want to go through a dry run of like, I drop you off.
Well, let's talk about the money spending because it does work, but unfortunately, there's 6 lawyers and 4 hedge fund managers that also have kids at that school. And they dropped way more money.
I realized
they already did. I mean,
So they kind of they're like, thank you, and like if they lock eyes with you later, they'll be like, oh yeah, that guy paid for PTA or whatever, but like they remember, the lawyer who dropped $100,000. And those guys get favors.
Yeah. No, I know. It's because I saw them. I was like, that guy. I could tell when people are richer than I am.
Oh, you'll see
immediately, just by the way they carry themselves.
No, the shoes on.
No, just like I'm like, and they're Domerick. That's the fancy side of our.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of Domerick
big houses
guys,
over there.
Yeah. That Crystal still yells at me for.
But I bet they don't have 12 palm trees. Just throwing that out there. I'm on your team, buddy. I'm on your team.
The biggest sign was like at our school was always car rider pick up and drop off. There'd be like us in the silver minivan, and then at that point it was real fancy. The Gullwing Teslas would be like pop their Gullwings open.
We got a lot of those.
Like that kid's rich.
We have one guy. We have one kid whose dad always brings either his Lambo or his R8. He has both, and you never know which one. They're both very, very loud. Did you get to do your dry run with him? Because I feel
like want to do
I feel like that was more for you. That you took it right out of my mouth. I was going to say that's what you wanted to do to get him prepared. And let's run this one time. I'm with you.
Nah, he's like, I'll figure it out day off.
That's what I do. Is like when I have a doctor's appointment and I don't know where to park, I drive by there just to take a look at it so I know what the parking's like. You got to do a dry run.
That's real crazy.
I know it's crazy, but hey, I've never been caught off guard. When I pull up there, I'm like, I know how to do this.
It's a waste of your life.
No caught off guard. Took me 3 minutes.
You're over preparing. But I did. I was like, "Do you want to go when you walk in first class?" He's like, "I got it." He's like in the cafeteria,
like
and I'm like, "God damn!" And then now he's sending him to middle school.
Holy smokes!
And so hopefully,
and in band, I didn't know he chose band.
Yeah, he chose band.
What do you got to do, like chorus or band at that point or something?
I don't even know what the electives are, honestly, Ross. I should have known. Crystal, she's real involved.
God, back in my day,
you don't need 2 presidents. You only need one president.
No, you do. And the best president is a woman.
I say. And then I'll just do what I'm told, and then I'll be there for support.
Oh, you're there just in case the president dies.
Yeah.
That's why we travel in separate cars.
And then God help us if the president dies.
Because guess what?
Christ,
I left it up to the president. I didn't learn shit. Yeah. I'm cruising.
But you can. Give me 2 weeks. I'll figure it out.
Tommy Max, launch the nukes.
Yeah. No one's done it yet. Might as well be me. Anyway.
God, when we did ours yesterday, it's amazing to me the number of kids that seem, like you said, seemingly are grown, like grown-ass kids.
No,
like they're not
middle school.
They're huge.
That's what Tommy's taking a class that and this year the school is under construction, so they had to smush everybody together.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing the 8th graders. I'm like, God damn! It's a difference between and it's a lot of it's perception because I think you see your kids younger than they are because that's how you remember them. Your brain doesn't see them as
your
old.
brain doesn't catch up to how old they are. Right until way later.
Yeah. I'm seeing them still as like kind of a baby young.
Right. Yeah. They're driving you around, but you just changed their diaper a minute.
Yeah. Ross knows.
Which if that were actual, that's really weird.
And then you got these 8th grade kids that are like, God damn, they're my height of a fucking mustache and like
the height thing has always been a problem for me. I deal with that in elementary school.
They already had a year or more of testosterone pumping. They got developed muscles and shit. And I'm like, God damn.
I bet you got some veiny balls.
Like this is like a step up, and then it was like freaking.
It hurts my heart to think that some of those middle schoolers, those boys, got bigger peckers than me just because I'm a smaller man. That hurts my heart. That's just science. I can't do anything about that. There's no changing that.
That is.
There's an 8th grader right now that's hung. It's got me by at least 6 ounces of meat down there, and that drives the shit out of me, man. That fucking makes me wild with anger.
Dwight Howard.
That's crazy.
Man,
there's nothing I can do. I can even get fat down there. You know, like what if I just like tried to concentrate my fat down there and get a big old fat ding dong? Can't do it.
I don't think you can actually say Dwight Howard and man meat in the same sentence now. It's a touchy subject.
No, he took the power away, remember? Because I think he's like bi, and remember he was texting his friend or whatever. He said, show me that meat.
Yeah.
So just give me the meat.
Yeah, that's
I
what
like that.
That's
He
what I'm
owned it.
saying.
He owned
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, all right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we get a bunch. Maybe we'll just do a dump them out.
Oh, big one. Yeah, I like that.
I'll tell you how it is on the other side now, like with older kids going to school now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, all right. I like that.
Like you know, this is okay. We'll talk about him.
The name of the band, brand new music out. This is a weird one too because I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. We are very lucky to get to debut it. Brand new music from the band AFI. This is their brand new single entitled "Behind the Clock." Davey sounds
way
a little
better
different.
than Good Charlotte.
Oh, they are. But this is a. I wouldn't say it's my favorite single. I'll be honest with you. It's a different style of vocals for Davey Havok. So I think you guys will enjoy it, though. The music is amazing as always. So enjoy AFI. We will be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this.
I was talking to one of my buddies from Miami over last week, and he still doesn't have his medical card. I was like, why don't you have your medical card?
Was it turkey leg?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm going to blow up a spot.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, and then he's like, I went to the doctor. He said he needed some paperwork. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm like, next time you're in Orlando, go to the Bud Docs. Go to Dr. Shenlatte.
I saw him Monday. You know, I did that. As soon as you left, I talked to him. I had a 1-minute telemedicine call because, of course, you have to see him in person the first time you go to get your recommendation.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I saw him on Monday. You know how it went?
Yeah.
This is how he does it. Behind the scenes, there is a lot of paperwork that he has to do. He already has that done by the time he goes to talk to you, right?
Yeah.
And then he logs in and he's like, hey, everything good? I'm like, yeah. He's like, bye. That's how it goes because he does all this thing. He doesn't keep you on the line. Now, of course, you will have to see him in person for your first recommendation.
Yeah.
But after that, it's all telemedicine. And I love having my medical marijuana recommendation. There's tons of deals, and he will teach you about the bud deals.
Yeah, he's got bud deals on his website. I mean, the amount of money you could save just by hopping from one dispensary to another, especially first-time patients.
Yeah. It's just like you do with the cable companies.
Yeah.
You do the same thing you do with the cable companies.
And his pricing is awesome. Transfer patients, only $99. Existing patients, $125. New patients, $175. Same-day appointments available. You could literally, if you're like, hey, you know what? I want to get my recommendation.
On a whim.
Same-day appointment. A couple hours, you go see him. Once you leave his office, that's it.
Yeah.
You get the email. You could go to any dispensary.
In the system, man. You're in the system.
Yeah. You can go to any dispensary you want. Plus, he'll sit there with you. And I mean, he's knowledgeable. He'll answer any questions.
Yeah.
And then, like Daniel said, every appointment after the initial is telemedicine. So it's super convenient.
He and I were laughing about how after my hip surgery, I got very little pain pills. And he was like, well, how were those 50s? I was like, yeah, I needed them. Because they didn't give me nothing for pain. But yeah, I mean, it's buddocs.org. It's Dr. Shenlatte. Go there and tell them Tom and Dan sent you. That is the Technicolors with the song Goldfang. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
So, Ross, you were going to tell me about having older kids in school?
I got no kids going through where I have to do Meet the Teacher this year, but one of my kids had to go through orientation for a local university.
Okay. Nice. I did. I remember that.
Is it Tom and Dan's Podcast University? I don't remember seeing a McCoy in there. And it was all, well, we'll talk about it later.
There's money in that. I'll write that down.
Well, I only take on female clients, so that's why.
I'm like, oh, you can't afford it? Go to our student loan program right next door. It's conveniently located.
While I change my hat.
In the office next door. I did that with my brother one time in Everest.
Next door.
He's going to Columbia School of Broadcasting, which is not actually a current school. He's just selling drugs in the parking lot there. It's an abandoned building. He's just going to it.
Oh man, I missed that place.
No, so this kid had to do orientation, which like Tom now, like I'm free and clear. I don't have to do shit. I'm not even invited to this shit, right?
Yeah.
And so Orientation is on a Friday, so we get it on the calendar. My wife's on it. She gets them up early, gets them all, like, makes them some eggs, gets them out the door.
Nice. Oh, that's what Tom does.
He's back.
Get the eggs going.
He's back in like 35 minutes, and this school is about 25 minutes away. So it was like a quick round trip, and we're like, "Whoa, that was a quick orientation." He's like, "So it turns out." It's a 2-day orientation, and I missed Thursday, so they won't let me do today, which is Friday. And we're like, that's fucking stupid. What's the fix here? He's like, don't worry, I rescheduled. They got me next week.
Well,
right?
if you can do a makeup, it'd be easier to do it on my own time anyway, and I wouldn't have to be there with all the other schlubs.
But at the end of orientation, you're allowed to register for classes. So the quicker you do that, the better off you are.
Because you may not get your classes. Gotcha.
So next week rolls around. He goes on we get him up bright and early on Thursday, get him out the door, and he goes and does his orientation on Thursday. And he's like, yeah, it was a bunch of rah pep stuff and whatever. They showed you the campus a little bit, no big deal, cool. So apparently on the Thursday session, they made a big deal about how, like, you better be on time for Friday. So he shows up Friday 10 minutes late, and they have locked the doors on him, and he can't participate in the second day of orientation
again,
the second week in a row. And so he comes home and he tells us this, and we're like, you fucking stupid. And so he gets scheduled for, they will let him, this now third weekend, they will let him do, they're like, Thursday, you're all checked off. You're good to go. We'll just schedule you for the Friday session. And so, like, Friday, we get him out the door, like, so fucking early.
Get out of here.
The sun is not even up, and we're kicking him out of the door. Like, go just sit in the hallway or whatever.
Get this done.
And, he got it done.
Okay,
so,
great.
Mm-hmm.
Although,
terrific. Congratulations.
I remember my orientation of UCF, and then going there, and then, like, my mom and my stepdad Steve is there with and
they did, like, drop you off from Miami, though, right?
Goddamn proud of you, boy. I'm goddamn proud
best
of you.
Guy Harvey shirt.
Yeah, Mike is just driving down the 408 a little bit. He's not he's not going that far.
You're gonna be a real golden knight. Holy smoke! I never thought you'd be a real golden knight.
He didn't even know what the fuck. I'm virtually certain he never even heard of UCF. It was a different. It was 2000.
There's my little citronaught. Come here, put it. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you, my little citronaught, my little Pegasus. Oh,
let me teach you carpentry, which would have done me better. Anyway,
hey, kid. College is gay.
But when I was there, I was like, I don't need to be here. And then the only thing is picking your classes. And then, like, then it's like, okay, pick your classes. And I'm like, I guess this one.
Well, see, they say that. Like
you're
Ross
paying
said.
for it, and you say, I guess this one.
They say the only thing is picking your classes, but like that, like Ross said, it was important because I can remember one semester I was like conscientious and like probably my first semester at Flagler, and I got everything I wanted. And then the second semester or whatever, I just kind of like fucked off. And then when I went to get my classes, everything was gone. You know, so and then like I'm like, well, this is going to slow down my education.
This kid in particular, he got lucky because even though he was like registering 3 weeks kind of behind the rest of everybody else, he had taken like so many fucking AP classes. A bunch of that basic shit was already underneath him, so he was able to kind of jump up a level.
Nice.
And he was all right.
You do bring up a good point because I took a lot of college classes 1 day a week for 3 hours on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, you get the shit so much. Like, seriously, I ended it.
Yeah, and then I'm like, God damn.
Yes. The scheduling.
There was one class, I think I talked about this years ago on the show. There was one class I needed to get out of UCF with a degree in communications, a mass comm degree. And it was like radio and TV production. The only time they ever scheduled the class was 3 p.m. And I was working at the radio station at the time. And I was like, can you ever change that class to like a morning? They're like, it'll never be a morning. And I was like, well, then I'll never take the class. And that's why I dropped out. I kind of rossed that one. I was like, well, you'll never see me. Bye. Yeah, I dropped out.
I was just about to scream, I never learned my lesson. And then it dawned on me of a situation this past week that happened that I was proud of myself for doing an adult Daniel Dennis type of move.
Well, I don't know about that. We got to know.
I'll say Andrea Dennis.
Yeah,
I won't say Daniel.
Don't give me any credit.
Andrea Dennis type of move where it's been raining like crazy every day, like crazy. The other 2 days ago, a storm came through that poured so much water, like flooded our entire street, and like
it's nuts,
dumping every afternoon. So I have a flooding problem, but I put in a series of pumps and some pumps.
Yeah, but you said it doesn't work, right?
Well,
haven't you just
don't do any maintenance here, so they get all clogged, and then they're broke.
Well, I didn't know you had to do. I thought once you installed the pump, they just pumped the water
because
out.
then muck and mud and the mucky muck gets out, and then I can't get it out, and then it sucks up all the shit, and then it burns the pump out.
Well, why not hire a professional to do it right one last time?
No,
your inlets are too low, or you need some screening around your inlets.
Yeah. Well, it started with the screen, then then I was like, had to.
You got low inlets? Oh man.
It started the screen, then I lost it, and then I was supposed to get a new one. I was like, oh fuck it, no screen.
I'm not afraid of any monkey.
And then it got all whoppajawed in the grate that sits there, so half of that's off. Anyway,
and then we started pouring cooking oil down it.
Point is that this last sump pump I bought, this was a year ago.
How many have you bought? They're just laying everywhere, right? The whole backyard is
bats.
I dump it into the trash.
Pumps everywhere.
And I'm like, I'm buying the 3-year Lowe's warranty, and then I'm buying it, and then I'm going to take the box and put the receipt and the warranty in my garage, and then I'm going to put it there. So
I'm going to put it right on the trash.
So when this one burns out, I'll have the box and so fucking what the monkey muck.
When this one burns out, he's already looking forward
He's
to
planning.
it. Yes.
He's happy. So you're giving yourself an award for planning on not maintaining your pump.
A piece of equipment.
So actually, you support this award.
Mm-hmm. So Crystal called me the other day, and she's like, "The backyard is flooding everywhere."
Well, what are you supposed to do about that? You're not God.
That's what I think.
What the fuck?
That's what I think.
You look at it. I look at it. If I'm there, you're just going to be yelling at me.
She wants to take the emotional tax on me for not cleaning the monkey muck.
Don't pick up the phone.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it's about. She called me like, "Hello, my beautiful wife. It's flooding again."
Just hang right out.
She's like, "The pump isn't working."
Say diarrhea. Hang up.
And then I was
Give
like,
her something to do. Tell her to go out with a toilet plunger and just plunge it. You know?
Don't float around in Italy in a boat.
So I go out there. I'm like, "Oh, it's full."
The great.
And then it's making some buzzing. I'm putting my hands in there. Oh shit! I gotta unplug it. So anyway,
shock yourself, right? Who wired this thing?
I get it out.
Gannon? I don't even know where's he live now. I don't know where Gannon's at.
I pull it out.
Buzzing, unrelated buzzing is probably a good sign in an electrical system in the rain.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, I saved the box and the fucking warranty. So I go get the warranty, and it says 3-year. Like, just take it back. It's like it was.
How many months in are we, by the way, when this thing
1
burns
year.
out? Okay, 12 months. You got 12 months out of this 36-month pump.
Yeah. And then so I'm like, oh, he's got a 1-year warranty.
Hold on. Isn't it like, I would imagine this pump could last up to 10 years, but it's 36 years.
Yeah.
They're giving it 36 years for old mucky muck.
And you're constantly running it, no maintenance. It's just out in the rain all the
if you're
time.
oiling it up or whatever,
Right.
putting all the sticks out, and fuck that. No one's doing that. Anyway, so I'm like, I put it back in the box.
You can't even get the sticks out of it.
I clean it a little bit because I'm like, they'll know that I left it in the monkey muck if I don't.
You're like somebody that gets their car washed before you trade it in. Right? Yeah.
So then I put it back in the box, and I'm like, all right, I'm taking it back to Lowe's.
As soon as they see that box, they're like, we got a monkey muck. They know. They fucking know, man. As soon as they see the box.
And so I go in there, and then I go to Lowe's a lot. It's like
your escape from your family.
My escape. I go there. Like I wander around, high
like
out of my mind.
Fred and Barney would go to the bowling alley.
I'm wandering around the
85% returns.
And so they don't give a shit. These big, like no one even. I worked in Home Depot in a day that actual carpenters and plumbers worked there, like old retired men that
old man,
like an old man a plumber would actually get like he's like, I was a plumber for 20 years and I'm doing this for because my wife died, and he'd tell you shit. Now
I need people to talk to,
and he hated you sleeping up in the rafters and the insulation.
But now it's just a bunch of anybody like retail employees.
I want robots, so I can just hold the box up and it's like, do you need to return that?
No one knows nothing. I ask them a question, they're Googling it. I'm like, oh, I can do that. What the fuck? Like you're Googling the question.
What are you asking them?
Yeah, I mean, they used to know something. Anyway.
Last time we went, we were getting a big sheet of like plywood or something, but we needed like an 1/8 of an inch cut off of it or whatever. And they got a machine that does that. So we asked the guy to do it, and he started doing it, and he did it wrong, and the machine broke, and he goes, all right, well, we can't do that today. And then
we doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, what the hell are you asking me for?
That machine has been broken for like 4 months now.
I like that. It ended with you, man. I like that.
So I'm standing there, and then I'm like, all right, this should be easy. But now I see the lady in returns is like having some sort of problem. Like, and there's like another dad there.
Man, we can't return a sump pump with sticks all in it.
Oh, you got very uncomfortable.
No, the guy's trying to return something with like washers, and they're giving him shit over like it's missing a washer, and he's like, what? Come on. Like, and then she's like,
what the hell is it?
And I'm like,
that 38 cents matters.
I'm like, oh my God, I got the one employee that gives a shit. And we're like, oh, fuck. So then I go up there, and so then I'm like, here's my sump pump. They're like, okay, is it broken? I'm like, yeah, it's making some buzzy sound, but I got the warranty.
I don't know. I got in there. There's a monkey crazy in there. I don't know what happened.
I mean,
my
you can look at it. It's pretty clean. I wiped it down.
I cleaned it myself. You know.
Yeah. So then
looks like a brand new one. I'll tell you that.
Easy breezy. They were like, okay, no problem, sir. You bought the $50 thing that that you've been screaming it's a scam for years.
You bought these, I see you have scam protection scam here.
So they refunded me the money, and then I go get, and they're like, whatever. So I'm like, oh, great. I got
free sump pump.
So I'm like driving. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, I
Were
did
you really driving yelling for you?
I'm like, I did what a responsible adult does. And I get the protection plan. I used it.
Yeah.
I've never used any of this shit. So I get there. I'm like, I'm going to throw this pump back in. And now when it pours, it's not going to flood. The old lady calling me, all this shit. I get back.
Did you consider cleaning the pipes at any point?
So I realized and then I'm like, oh shit, I left like the basically the sump pump, there's a hose that screws onto it, right? And there's a plastic adapter that screws into the sump pump.
And that's your own personal property.
Yes, and then that
not now.
So shit, I left it.
You returned it. You returned it to Lowe's.
And I put it in the box.
I've seen this on TV. They won't. Once it's back there, sometimes they will not. They'll be like, sorry.
No, I put the orange tape on it, sir. You're done.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, well, it was nighttime already, and then I was like, tomorrow morning I'll swing by.
Oh, you're gonna wait till tomorrow?
Why sitting there?
It'll be gone.
There's a pile of goddamn trash there. Every time I go, there's shopping carts of
trash.
Shit.
You know how many sump pump people like you that are out there that just dump their trash back at Home Depot?
I used to work at a Home Depot 25 years ago. They never do shit. They never take the thing back.
And it's going to be a different guy in the morning, and he's not going to want to go sift through that trash, especially.
Or he may not even know what you're saying is real. I mean, you sound like a scam artist to me.
So then I go back the next morning. Then I go back to returns. I'm sitting there waiting, and I go up, and I'm like, hey, I returned a sump pump. It should be around here in this pile of trash.
That you guys didn't put away because you're incompetent. I hope you said that.
Yeah, like,
if you just let me come back there, I could probably find it real quick.
I'm like, I used to be Home Depot, so I'm cool. You know, I know the deal.
Flash your badge.
I know the secret handshake.
And then the person's like, he's like, oh no, they already took it to the back. And I know the back because I remember that's where me and the Grizz smoke weed back there.
Did you say that? He's like, I know the back. Good.
Yeah. And they were like, I'm sorry, they already took it. And then they looked at each other like, oh yeah, they took all the returns to the back already. There's nothing we could do. And then I'm like,
but you played it cool. You're like, I know where that is. No big deal.
So, I was like, well, first of all, in my mind, I was like, well, there is something you could do. You could go to the back. You could just easily it's in a pile and just get my little plastic thing.
You may be even able to hit
property.
3 buttons and call the back. And just tell a guy.
They're smoking weed back there. That's what I'm saying.
Which means they're not going to answer the phone, so you better walk to the back.
So
there's even odds you could even just walk back there and say, hey, Grizz, and a guy will answer.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, go look in the box. So
get back here.
So then I was like, but I'm not like Ross. I don't want to start a problem where like, hey, well, you could call them. I'm not going to.
Well, wait a minute. You don't have to say it like that. You can ask nicely, can't you? Like, what happened to that? What happened to say?
What are you talking about?
What happened to say? Like, I really fucked up here. I'm really sorry. Would it be possible for you to call back there and see if they have the sump pump? Because
I'm bothered. No, because
hat in hand. Come there, hat in hand.
No, instantly they're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
You're assuming that.
That's what. Oh, I know they're thinking that. They're like, oh, this guy wants a shit. Like, we can't do. What are you doing, sir? I told you, get the fuck out of here.
To shit.
And I think you forget what happened last time they tried to withhold my property from me at a major hardware store where they took my receipt
the refrigerator.
for the refrigerator.
Yes.
And they said, you didn't buy a refrigerator today. I said, all right, thank you, good day. And I just went and got a hand truck and took my fucking refrigerator.
You should have gone to the back.
I would have gone to the back with a box knife, found my box, cut it open, gotten the piece off.
Ross rules dictate that you should have gone to
and
the
then
back
left.
gotten your adapter.
Just fucking left.
So I did go to
forgot
the back.
about that.
First I went to go see if I could just buy an adapter because I was like, what are you doing? Just
Path
buy-
of least resistance.
Yeah, path of least resistance. Just go buy the
I'll
shit.
be out if
So
I
then
can.
I went and I found the adapter, but you're gonna buy it in the hose pack. There's 2 adapters in there. Then I was gonna.
Was that driving you crazy that there was an extra one in there? Because that's not efficient, and I know you love efficiency.
I was gonna steal it because then to tell the story
God
about how I
damn.
stole it. But I'm like, I'm 43 years old. I can't be stealing shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't do it.
Can you imagine if
because
you got
what-
arrested for that? How fucking embarrassing it is for stealing an adapter for a sub
Oh, I'd
pump?
take off running.
I'd have to quit. I mean, like, you'd be the front page of the Sentinel. You'd be like, this guy's got a drug problem.
Just turn Christian. You're
I
fine.
wish at the front page of the Sentinel, no one would see it. It's on Facebook; they'll see it. Anyway, so I go to. So then it was like, I'm like, do I buy the whole shit? It was like $11. I'm like, just buy it, you piece of shit. I'm yelling at myself, and then I'm like, well,
But then you got to buy the $50 protection plan too. And so that's right.
well, it just hoses. But then I'm like, wait a minute, the back is right here. It's in the plumbing section.
And I have my ninja mask in my pocket.
So
Your box is right there.
It's
so
you knew
close.
it was there. You could feel it.
Yeah, I remember when I worked at Home Depot, they took all the returns that they'd have to send back to the manufacturers. It's all, and they wrap it in shrink wrap.
You're using your Steven Seagal spider sense to find out where it is.
So it's back there. They're like, and where all the returns are, and then the defective products.
Are there
and
some
shit.
pallets back
and
there?
there's
at all?
pallets and
Some
stuff.
boxes, cardboard boxes.
So then I walk back, and there's no door. It's just a big open, like a huge door that you can fit.
You got to play dumb, and you're good at that. You're going to
forklift.
wander. You're going to wander.
There are a number of signs that say employees only
Yes,
past
yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
Right?
You
That's
just like,
you
act
can
like
ignore
you're-
those
act,
very easily.
Act Eastern Bloc.
They
like you
can't
don't-
assume that you read.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
So then I'm standing there, like I don't want to cross the threshold because I feel like there's
You're just like
disrespectful.
you putting your hands up against the force barrier, like feeling it
It's
out.
like vampire in a church.
So
I'm in the flames if you pass the
So
line.
I'm looking back, and there is what appears to be me and Black Grizz back there talking, right? In the back.
Hey, what are you going to steal tonight? Probably batteries again.
Put it in your shoes. Anyway,
I got drill bits.
So then I'm standing there, and then I'm like, I need to get their attention because just be like, excuse me, can you, like, my sump pump is back there, a piece. Like, all you have to do is open the box and then
You start,
unscrew
like,
the
waving
piece.
your hand.
So I start waving, like, so
Hello.
they're like looking at some paperwork or whatever.
And
I'm like,
the person whose job this is to do this, you unsuccessfully, you didn't manage to talk them into this, but you think these kids who are not supposed to do what you're about to say, you're going to talk them
It
into
is
doing
weirder.
it?
See, I'm glad you mentioned it. It is
Yeah.
weirder to me that at the moment you just a simple ask, but you didn't. You went back there and made it harder.
Yes. If you had applied your plan to the first clerk, you have a chance. But now your plan has no chance against these kids. There's no fucking way.
I was gonna tell them. I was like,
I used to work at a Home Depot.
no. I was gonna say my brother works at Lowe's.
though, and how long do they want to stand there and listen to this
And they look
bullshit?
at themselves and they're like another fucking ex-plumber.
And you sound like a crazy person.
So as I'm waving, and then they look up from the paper, see me, look right into my eyes, and then I'm like, hey, and then look back down the paper. And then I went home. And I was like,
So you waved at you and Black Grizz and went home.
At this point, I'm not like it was obvious that they were not interested in helping some customer waving at them at the threshold.
Or
of-
that lady at the front radio's back and like, if that weirdo's back there trying to get his sub pump, don't help him.
Anyway,
Or they've just developed the knowledge that any guy that stands at that invisible line will not come back and harass them. So they know if they just ignore you, there's nothing to be done.
As soon as they go over there and engage, then now.
Oh, if you would cross the line, they would have come right up towards you, sir.
No, I'm too much of a pussy. To
Did you put the pump in? Are you good now?
No.
Because he doesn't have the adapter. He can't hook it up to the hose.
I'm coming up with plan B.
I'm going to make my own adapter.
You're talking about this story, and you're hoping Big Rick will come over with an adapter.
Yeah, some mushroom. I'm joking. It wasn't him.
It was definitely not Big Rick. Shout out to Big Rick.
Also, no one cares about it. Anyway, I'm trying to explain. I'm like, I try to keep it cool. Doesn't care.
You know what? That's an all-time favorite story of mine because you were tortured. You were literally tortured the entire time.
All right, let's do some dump them out topics.
All right, you want to do it?
That's what Big Rick did in your toilet.
We'll jump into it. We'll just jump into dump them out early. Remember, I didn't put the. Well, no, I said I had it. I had it over here. I put it on. Here we go. Let's do some dump them out.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show.
The middle.
So come on, baby. Let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottom mix.
Dump 'em Out brought to you by our two big events coming up in November, the weekend before Thanksgiving weekend. It's Bad at Business Beer Fest, a free beer fest in Sanford, downtown Sanford, and the sofa races, Sofas and Suds, happening the next day in Sanford. Both events start around 2. We're telling everybody, of course, just like every year, show up at noon for the beer fest to grab your sample cup and your free gift bag.
First 500 get a free gift bag, and that's what we'll be giving out this wristbands. You do need a valid photo ID, no exceptions, but you can taste really good beers. We have some very, very good breweries that will be out there this year, and we'll have vendors and food trucks out there.
Some THC beverages, that's a big thing.
Yeah, THC beverages, live music, and we can say who it is because somebody already called us on it and was like damn happy about it. Silver Lining will be there.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll be there.
No, we already booked them.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Make sure.
And
people were happy about that, though. They're a great band.
Yeah, because they can play really good popular music that everybody likes, and then it's kind of
I don't know about that.
It's a universal that you will like a Silver Linings band.
Yeah. Speaking of music, let's jump to this. It's on
and it was great just watching.
And it's not some drastic difference from their previous music.
Yeah,
it's great. More.
That
Sublime.
song was the lean-in. That was the Sugar
the tattooed frog doing the sound effects. Frog man.
I mean, Bud. Is his name. That's the.
That's a weird.
That's the Sugar Ray, right? It's like we wrote "Fly," so the next one we come out with is going to be similar. We're going to give you a little taste of what you want. That song,
right? If we wrote that and it was a gigantic hit and everybody loved it, sure, here, have some more of that, and we'll take more success.
He encapsulated all of the stuff that we like from his dad. There's some scratching in that. There's probably a dog bark or two. There's some beach noises.
He's doing
That's him. He's singing. He's doing whoa, whoa, yeah. He does all the Bradley singing, and he puts it into a tiny thing, and then the two guys are the same guys, and there we have it, and it's good.
And he's doing what we all wanted him to do, which is mimic his old man and give us what your old man gave us. And for sure, and me and Dano are having this conversation, he's mimicking him, right? I know he's got it naturally. He's his son, but he's also mimicking the way his dad used to sing.
I would agree with that.
It sounds like he is.
That's why I say leaning in. I think already when you listen to Jacob's Castle, his band.
I was about to say, I wonder what he would do with a different band, because here he's singing for Sublime, so like you said, he's leaning into it a little bit.
Still kind of sounds like his dad with his band, but then
nothing close to this.
But not like this. Like when you,
so he's singing for Sublime.
Yeah. So when you hear him in this, it would be no different than when, Coverdale Page. When David Coverdale was singing with Jimmy Page to give you the sort of the sound of Led Zeppelin. I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
It works, and he leaned in enough, and that the song is called. I wrote it down here. What's it called? Ensalada, and it's good. It's a good tune.
I'm usually, with me and music, I like going to see.
You're in touch with everything. You're up on top of the pop.
I'm going to see Sublime if they come here. Also,
this one moved the needle. Like I put this on. I said, listen to it. He stood in the doorway and froze.
Yeah, it's good.
The same guy who said that the Weeknd's "Hurry Up Tomorrow" every song sounded the same. That guy.
Yeah, but this ticks his nostalgia heart, man.
Absolutely.
It's hard to find stuff that move his needle because he's got a fucked up needle. Mm-hmm. But this man, he stood in the doorway and he's like, "Whoa, I like it."
Average dilly dad only listen to shit they listen to high school, and then they can't get into.
We're not a music guy, I don't think.
But this is perfect for this, and I remember when. Bradley Noel died, and then really listening to all his music and all the Sublime music, and I'm thinking to myself, man, it really sucks that nothing new will ever come out of this, you know?
I was doing the same thing, listening to Bark the Moon this week. No more Ozzy.
And they may get a new singer, which they did with like Rome. I don't know if they ever made their new music with Rome.
Yeah, I think they did.
It just wasn't the same, but this is basically the same. And I'm like, I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. Until the frog does.
I don't think the frog has much longer. Bud looks real bad.
He does.
He's the bass player, and
he's the guy who does the.
He does like keyboards and bass. And he's the fatter, larger man with he's covered in tattoos. He has sometimes leopard print haircut. He wears a cat in the hat. He is and physically he is got to be in poor health. And I'm not saying that as a dig. It's just like you look at him and he's
visually.
It looks his tummy.
They partied a lot.
He's got the tight tummy.
Yeah. I mean, at one point they're all doing heroin, and
were they all doing it, or was it just Bradley? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure the others tried it. Right? They snorting.
Look, if Bradley's doing it, Frog's doing it.
They're speedball. Just when you wonder, some people are more apt to get a super addicted.
Showed them where the line was, and they just dialed a hair back from him. They're fine.
Oh, man, rough. Hey, do you guys have this problem? And it has to do with artists that are no longer with us. If an artist dies, like Ozzy, he's gone. Sometimes it's hard for me immediately to go back to their music. It's almost like, and I don't know if this is because I'm a more emotional person, sometimes I got to give it a couple months or even years and then go visit it. If it's fresh, for whatever reason, it's weird to me. I did the same thing with Nirvana. It was right after Kurt Cobain died. It was it felt weird, or it felt in a weird way disrespectful to go and listen to it because he was dead. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But if there's been enough time, I feel like, they're a legend. I can listen to it now.
But I'm sure radio plays Spike immediately after. I bet Crazy Train's being played 600 times more than it was last week.
But there was most radio stations did Ozzy all day. That's what.
So you're getting slammed with it. If you want to stay away from it, it's hard.
Yeah.
So we came up with this idea.
The funniest thing to throw on a WNBA court?
Well, that's another part of dumping out.
Let's jump into it.
Okay, well, let's go there.
It's fine. We're doing free form today.
To derail you.
Free form.
We talked about this. This is on Dump 'Em Out lists. We talked about this on Monday. Someone threw a dildo on the WNBA court, and we speculated that it was going to be copycat.
Would it happen again? I was at the poker room the other night, the night after that, playing poker, and some of the dealers had a pool going, and I'm not sure exactly. They were either betting on would it happen again, and what the color was, and they had a number of prop bets on WNBA dildos going in and of themselves at the poker room.
That's funny.
So the first one happened.
Degenerates said that's coming from me.
I love that. The first one happened July 29th. That was a Tuesday. Golden State versus Atlanta, and the person was arrested and now faces charges in a 1-year ban. Then Friday, August 1st, there was another one. Another one where sex toy.
Are the charges the same if it's not a dildo?
No, I think
if you threw a Twizzler on there, or something. Okay. I don't know, anything else? Is it the same?
What if a lady used the Twizzler to fuck herself before you threw it?
Okay, well, then we'd have to call Cabin Boy. Yay! Okay, sorry.
He said never. He said he's got a family now.
I hate to say this, but that's a good question, and I hate giving you that badge, but that is a great question because one of the articles I read today is that yes, you can get a separate charge because what you're throwing is could be considered inappropriate. So there's an indecency.
Lewd and lascivious.
Yeah, there's another level. Mm-hmm. So Twizzler, that's a great question.
There's kids there.
Yes.
So if you throw a paper airplane, that's one thing. But if you throw a paper airplane folded out of a page from a Hustler magazine, totally different charges.
Well, I mean, you're not necessarily not necessarily wrong because one of these, I think the one on Tuesday, August 5th, so that would have been the third one. The person that went to throw the green dildo, it didn't make it to the court. It hit a guy and landed next to his 9-year-old daughter. So you're not wrong with what you're saying with your Twizzler question.
Yeah,
because I think they beefed up the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last one happened yesterday, August 7th. The closing seconds of Atlanta Dream versus Chicago Sky. There was another one. The other three were green. This time it was a purple dildo.
Oh, and that guy thought he was being so rebellious.
Then there was another article I read that there is a company that owns a meme coin called Green Dildo Coin, and it was all a stunt to try and boost the price of their meme coin.
No.
But I don't believe that. I think they created Green Dildo Meme Coin after the dildos happened to try and capitalize on what's happening organically. And it's also not a conservative against like trans or gay or women playing basketball. By the way, guys, it has nothing to do with that. It's not even. It just happens to be a dildo, and they threw it on the court. That's what it is.
Well, like we said, this happened during NFL games.
It's not. But everyone wants to write this weird. It's not that deep. You're trying to make it like some conspiracy where it's interwoven into politics. I just don't think it is. It's just a dildo.
So it looks like it is going to continue to happen. But Daniel told me that the second time it did happen, they were laughing about it.
Oh, the girls on the court were laughing.
Which takes the power away and makes it better for them for it not to happen again. Because if you laugh at it and it's all fun, then I feel like that takes the power away from the dildo throwers, because you want the response to be appalled, disgusted. How could anybody do this? You kick it out, anger. You know, like, if you laugh, then it's kind of like it does take the power away from the prank, I think. And that's the best response, so this doesn't happen again.
You don't think people would see it and say, like, I like that.
Yeah.
So they like it. Maybe I'll throw more dildos.
Right.
No,
it's an encouragement of a sort. Like, there's a certain person out there that's like, oh, yeah, the girls are into it, too. Okay, that was the one thing holding me back to the dildo store.
No, because the trolls want you to fight. A troll wants a fight. You see what I'm saying?
They do want, and they want it to go on as long as they can.
But there's more than one type of people in the world. And so maybe a troll, like, started this, but now that, like, the girls are giggling about it and everybody's into it, and then there's, like, Vegas odds on it, like maybe dudes will just start doing it for a laugh.
The one that I saw where they were laughing, the girl, it was when the girl kicked it. She kind of put her hands up as if to say, ew, you know, like, how, I think most people would react that way to a dildo landing near them. You'd kick it and go, ew, or something, you know?
The real competition and the real, like, odds should be on who can get the tiniest dildo to the floor. Because, like, you're better odds with, like, if you got, like, a big old 12-incher with some ball heft to it, that's an easy throw. You know, if you got, like, a little 3-inch just vibrator-only type of situation, that's hard to get down to the floor.
I saw, speaking of mini dildos, I saw something on TikTok.
Why are you looking at me?
They were like, oh, this is good.
The crazy part is you said that same sentence at Meet the Teacher.
Great icebreaker.
They're like, buy this bag of mini dicks that screw on to the air part of your tire as a prank, so you unscrew,
like a valve stem cap.
A valve stem cap. So it's valve stem cap dildos that screw on to people's valve stem caps.
And the idea is to screw these on all WNBA players' cars. Is that what we're doing?
Hey, maybe
it is sexist. Maybe I was wrong. You know, I was wrong on that one. Then I guess
you screw it onto the valve stem as a prank to one of your friends in the person.
I think Angel Reese will beat my ass if I start screwing some dildos on her Bentleys. You got a badass Bentley. I'm putting dicks on her.
I'm like, this is a good prank for your friends, right? Because you probably wouldn't notice it for a long
while.
Time. And then you're in
What
school.
color are they? If they're black, they'll roll forever. If they're black dildos,
you can get any color. Any color,
but then get black, because if you are brown, dark brown, I think you could run a dark brown dildo on a valve stem for a very long time.
It's funny. Then you wouldn't know until you go to Wawa to fill up your air and tires, or you go to Valvoline and you're getting oil.
Somebody would see it.
Somebody
would see it walking up.
They just are laughing, and then you'd be like, "What happened?" They're like, "Ma'am, you've got this penis on the," or would they take it off and just like check the air and put it back on? Would they tell you?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Anyway, it's
almost worth it to do it and then go to like a Jiffy Lube or something, or a 5-minute oil change, and see what they would say.
Yeah, you can probably 3D print them now. I mean, I bet there's a 3D printer thing. You know,
that's really big. In fact, Run the Jewels sold a series of valve stem. They did the hands, the two hands, and you could buy both of them, and I bought them, and they were actually 3D printed for Run the Jewels.
Now, how pissed off Daniel's? This is perfect for Daniel. How pissed off?
I don't know what you're saying here. What am I being fired out of a cannon, or
no? If someone took the valve stem off, because you have to replace it. So,
I've had somebody do that before on my car. It really pisses me off.
But because even with the prank, you still have the person's valve stem, or unless you leave it there on the tire tire for them, but they wouldn't know. They just drive away. So you're essentially, once they find out this prank, they're not going to have another valve stem cap to put on.
It depends, because if it's just one of those basic black ones, you can go pick those up at any auto parts store. But if it's like some specialty chrome ones, I don't know, probably for your Tesla, that you probably have some.
No. You know what? Standard. I am so much more utilitarian with this car than I have ever been with any car. I used to run the stainless ones, the nice ones on my GTIs. I'd run everything stainless and make them.
There you go.
Man, with that car, I run that car. I beat that car to death. I drive that car. So I just use the little plastic ones.
But if it was one of your Volkswagens, a nice Volkswagen, and you had like the good chromies, and then you took them off and lost them,
mad as hell.
Because
they're expensive. I think like a pack of them for the chrome ones is like $20.
I think I told you guys before, in Cheswick, PA, there's like 3 things to do, and one of them was ride your bicycle to the movie theater lot and steal chromies. And so we would steal a lot of chromies off of cars. That's what we call them, chromies. The little valve stem caps that were chrome. And then, you put 2 on your bike, and then you have 85 on your bookshelf. And then every once in a while you run into like nice ones that were like dice. Right?
The dice ones.
I have those.
We're good. Yeah. And then sometimes like a bullet or a bullet case. Those are good ones, too.
I collect a lot of weirdo, which is why I bought the Run the Jewels valve stems, because I'm going to put them on my electric scooter if I ever get it finished. Jesus Christ. The battery's in, finally.
We should make some of these, 3D print some. I'll have my sister do it. She's got a big industrial 3D printer.
She can print the dick ones. I've seen them online.
And then give them to 1095ers next year for medium appreciation. We'll do that.
That's a great idea.
Should make you little heads, like little Tom and Dan heads.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I would rock that on my scooter, too. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll come back and we'll knock out the rest of these topics. I want to talk about humanoid robot fights. I want to talk about pickpocketing monkeys.
Yeah, we can.
So far beyond pickpocketing.
We can jump in that a little bit. Maybe talk about
straight up like Rico charge monkeys.
Did you see the new virtual check-in that they have at La Quinta now? La Quinta.
No. But
it's spooky.
Okay,
I'll tell you about it.
It's got to be standing at the desk for 25 minutes until that person comes back from break.
Nope, even stranger than that. Brand new music from Laura Jane Grace. I hope that she's okay. I think she's having a rough time. I think she canceled her entire tour. The name of the song is New Year's Day. Here we go. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time. Enjoy this. 1-844-TOMNDAN if you want to call. Show at tomandan.com if you'd like to leave an email.
New Year's Day, I'm all alone. No one's calling to come over. Dirty dishes in the sink.
The greatest thing about Fairvilla Megastore is they've been working with the same clients of theirs, all the products they sell for decades. They vet all the companies they work with, so you make sure that all of the products you sell are super high quality.
Well, some of the biggest names in adult, like sexual wellness or adult novelties, some of the biggest names they've known for 53 years. I mean, Fairvilla, Bill Murphy and his incredible team there, Joe and everybody. You guys remember Deborah. I mean, this is the epitome of a small business that became a mid-level big sexual wellness business right here in Florida and 50 years running.
You want the best products that are going to work correctly, that are going to be safe.
With honest explanations.
Yeah.
Because if it's not good, they're either not going to carry it or they're going to say that's not for you.
And some of these things you have for a long time. And then
some of these things you're putting in your butthole. Are you going to buy something online that you're going to shove in your asshole? I'm not. I'm not that guy.
With a bunch of bot reviews straight from Wuhan flu.
I don't want a Wuhan flu in my asshole. I want them to tell me, no, this is from Doc Johnson. We've been working with him for 42 years. This is a great dildo. There you go. It's ready to be thrown on a WNBA court.
Yeah, they have tons of different products from mild to wild. They have education, Fairvilla University. They have great parties.
They are currently out of lime green dildos. Not our fault. Not our fault.
Tons of locations. Obviously, they're Fairvilla Megastore on OBT. They are at a location over on the coast.
East Palatka.
Yeah, East Palatka.
Home of the wagon wheel.
Sanford, iDrive, a bunch of locations. Find them all at fairvilla.com.
That is sports if you want me. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Ross McCoy is here. How you doing, Ross?
Hey, guys.
So
Dan's intro so much better.
You.
I do a quality
I said,
intro.
how you doing?
I do a quality
What
intro.
want?
For you, that was an 8 out of 10. No, don't get me wrong. Dan's just better.
I do a quality intro. Some would say, though, it's corny, is a little corny. Because being the
Not on this
oldest,
couch.
I'm the corniest one on the show,
Nobody on this
guaranteed.
couch
Because
would say that.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, I don't even know why we're introducing ourselves. Like, if I was listening to this
I know.
podcast, I'd be like,
You
I've
know
been
why?
here the whole time. What the
Because
fuck?
it just feels like a presentation. It feels like if we
I know, I'm
don't do
joking.
it, then we're fucking around, and that's the dumb old man in me.
I like a podcast where they start and like you've downloaded it and you see it's like, it's the Tom and Dan show with special guest Adam Ray or whatever. And then they start and then they act like they have to introduce the guest. We're not going to talk to the guest for a second until we introduce. Well, I know who it is. I read it in the description.
right.
Plus, I know what the
my
show.
favorite.
I know what the show is.
Yeah.
I know the fucking host.
I'm
I
listening to
clicked on
this
it.
because Adam Ray is on the show. Right.
Yeah.
I downloaded this one because that guy,
Right.
but you're acting like it's a big secret. Okay.
But it's weird because without the introductions and the stuff, it's hard to start.
It is.
Like you just don't go just like, all right, let's
So
get
is that
into
a
it.
crutch, though?
No,
I don't
because
know.
I remember I had a karate teacher and like he was very big on follow through. So you punch
Pine
and
Hill
after
Ninja.
you punch, you pull back. Very important. And he was very focused on the fact that like if you did that, your punch was better. So your punch up front would be better if you did the counteraction after. Somehow the after effects affected the before effects. You understand? So
That's mumbo
magic,
jumbo.
magic
Hold on a
exists.
second.
I'm just saying.
Now
magic
you're
is
telling
real.
me the end result adjusts the beginning
That's
result.
a magic mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
No.
Airborne works if you believe in it, so just believe in it and take it, and you're
Oh
fine.
my God! You broke my mom's heart, and she died when you told her that she was a goddamn liar for loving Airborne.
No.
It works if you believe in
He
it.
told her to her face.
Science proved it works if you believe in it. So just believe in it and take it.
I
and you're
don't
fine.
believe in the Airborne stuff.
That it won't work
I
for
don't
you.
believe in
It
any
won't
of
work
it.
for you.
Yeah, it won't
Save your money.
because I'll never believe in it.
I am now at the age where all around me people are doing mumbo jumbo, and I just let it go. I'm just like, all right, thank you. Like I
What's your
used to
least
be like,
favorite
what are you-
mumbo right now? What's your least favorite mumbo going on right now?
Oh man, there's a lot. There's a lot of it. God, I still,
Don't get yourself into trouble.
I still see people worried about getting germs by touching things, and I'm like, I think they've already. That's whatever.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyway.
things are going.
That
well
is
now.
probably the top way you acquire germs.
It's my
Thus,
mumbo's
hand
different than your
washing.
mumbo. Yeah. We all got different mumbos. Mine's over here. Yours is
If your doctor came right out of the bathroom and he clearly hadn't washed his hands and he starts touching you,
Yeah.
that's
And you're like, he's like, all right, open your mouth. He's like,
that's germs and touching things.
La Quinta, real quick, because I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Like and there's an article about it, you can go and look, but basically now in certain cities, they're going to have these hotels that you can check in, and it's all on an iPad. So you walk up to the iPad, and you log in,
Yep.
and then a guy comes on the screen, and it's like, it might as well be Running Man or, Terminator or, some
Is it
dystopian.
an actual person?
No, it's a person off site.
Okay, but it's an actual person.
It's an
outside.
actual, but
Yeah.
it is an actual person, and then they
Okay.
will like
from India or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
it's
yes,
it's like
yeah.
it's a they're outsourcing an entire staff that they used to have to pay to be
Which
in
is
there.
not super unusual. I've done like a late night check in where they're like, buzz yourself into the lobby, and then there'll be a phone where you call, a night attendant who's not on site maybe or in their room somewhere.
Yeah, this is like
and
where
they just answer the phone.
Well, and I personally think this is cool. I tried to do this when I went up to Ponte Vedra to see John Moreland last year.
Yeah.
I tried to check into that hotel where you could just do it from your phone.
Yeah.
This is like that. You walk up,
Yeah.
the person's in India, you're talking to the iPad, he logs you in, and then he gives you, whatever. I guess your key falls into a little box, you get your key out.
Dude, I've seen it where's your phone.
Yeah, they beep you in. Yeah, I did that, but the phone thing didn't work. I'd rather have a key. It's a little unreliable.
Yeah, but it's like it's becoming automated, obviously, and then that's again, we're not going to have any jobs.
Dude, I wonder if the customer service suffers if you need something. Because I like 2 weeks ago we went to the beach for a night, and I booked a room in a hotel like last minute. I went online, searched the beach we wanted to go to, like beachfront, found a price I liked, and I was like, it was like Expedia or whatever was like $20 cheaper than just going through their website.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm going to go through like Sand and Shell Resort website or whatever, right? And so I did, and I booked it. And then I immediately noticed I'd booked it for a week later than I wanted to stay by accident. Like, I wanted to stay on 22nd. I booked it for the 29th, and I was like, fuck. And I called them, and she's like, let me check. And she's like, yeah, since you booked through us, I can change it. So, but I wonder if this kiosk, if like you just book your thing through the iPad, and if you fuck up, you're fucked.
No, you and I did that one time.
Hotels.com and
then you can't change it.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling A Mediocre Time. Who's this?
This is Rob Vaney with the Vaney Report, and I have your 3 top stories.
Okay, it's right. Okay, go ahead.
If you were real, you would have already attacked me, sir.
All right, give us the 3 top stories.
Pamela Anderson is making headlines with her new home and patio door store. What makes her doors unique is that they all come with a set of huge knockers.
That's very good. You got Tom.
No offense to Zany, but
yeah, keep going.
That's
you got
better
Tom.
than what Zany was bringing.
But in the same time frame. Yeah.
And I like the voice. Go ahead.
In my next news story, it's about a Florida river that's drying up. Unfortunately, it's no longer current.
Supported.
No longer current.
Supported by me with the double callback. Go ahead.
That's a straight up popsicle stick joke.
Fight off. But sometimes I like them.
There's street jokes and then there's Laffy Taffy jokes.
That's a bazooka joke.
I'm gonna Game Show Drew. I'm gonna figure out how he developed this joke. He got a popsicle joke and then just made up the Florida River drying up.
He just made it topical. Okay, last one.
Well, he said in news, Pamela Anderson. He didn't even say why she's in the news or anything. He just
she is in the news, though. She is very relevant right now.
True.
For our last news story, I'll have to use the time machine. I'll make it in here real quick. It worked. Actor, comedian Bob Saget says he's never gone on a Disney vacation. He then doubled down by saying, "You wouldn't catch me dead in Orlando." Back to you.
There he goes. All right.
Oh, Drew.
Game show, Drew. What's his wife doing when all this is happening? Because he's a successful and he's an attractive guy. Like, you can look at him and tell that his wife is going to be like something very similar to him.
Yeah.
Attractive and successful. So what is she doing while he's creating these wild and embarrassing game shows and calls?
A lot of people's husbands have like goofy, embarrassing hobbies.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Every husband has a goofy, embarrassing hobby that their wife is embarrassed by and just has to, but she has to let him have it because she's like, well, if he's not doing that, then I gotta blow him, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna let him do it. Yeah, that's how wives think.
Over here.
That's how wives think. I'm just telling you, and every wife is listening. It's like, yes.
No.
Yeah, hobbies ever blowjob.
That's in the Bible. You're either podcasting or getting a blowjob.
I'm saying that everybody, like, you get to a point in life where you listen to a podcast, you're making your model trains,
Well, I can tell you, because
model trains.
My wife is work from home, and that's also where I record the Orlando Talk Show with me, Ross McCoy. And so, like, it does come up quite frequently where, like, I'll be doing a podcast in the back bedroom, and then I'll come out into the kitchen, which is like the common area, and she always goes like, "Is your podcast over?"
yeah, like a baby with the, they just talk to a baby.
Yes, like you would talk to a child that was having crayon time. Yeah.
When a baby go talking on microphone.
Dude, is there anything for us to hang up on the fridge?
Yeah.
How did it come out with it? You get a couple of little laffy taffies.
You stayed at the lines this time.
A little jokey poo.
You know what I get mad at? That wives they passive aggressively talk to you as if you didn't, like, for instance, I get in from the backyard from pulling all
what
the
were you
weeds.
doing?
Well,
that doesn't matter to her. I can already tell this doesn't. This isn't something that matters to her.
But and then she's like, "Are you
now
done back there?"
pulling weeds, or you were sitting behind the shed on your phone watching videos?
Yeah, a little bovada time.
I get this thing called THC freeze.
Is that the technical name for it? Hold on,
Ross knows.
Let me check with Dr. Ross.
Well, you're out there doing something.
Excuse me, Dr. Ross. Have you ever heard of THC freeze?
I believe that is the medical term.
Okay, thank you. Confirmed.
Well, you're out there, and then all of a sudden you snap out of it. You're like, "Shit! How long was I frozen?"
That's called the Silas Marner. That's called narcolepsy. That's why that old man in the woods, he would pass out in the woods chopping wood. Do you know that book?
Have hours gone by or
Silas
1
Marner
second?
was
I don't
chopping
know.
wood in the forest, and they fall asleep chopping wood, and the kids thought he was a zombie. That's Silas Marner.
All right, let's run through these other topics here.
Or we're going to run out of time, so we have to.
Wait, what happens after your weed fugue and then your wife?
Weed freeze. His weed freeze.
She's like, are you done back there? There's stuff to do. People are coming.
People are coming.
They're always coming at us. People have been with us for a week now. Anyway.
You're free now. There's nobody staying with you now. They went home.
No. A week is starting today. A week. Yeah, I got new guests. Anyway. The point is, I scream out, how do you think the backyard looks so good? It's not magic. I have to get back there and do it.
Pull the weeds.
Yeah. It's going to look like
People
shit.
are coming in, they're going to want the tour, and it's got to look nice.
Yeah, it's
That's
gotta look
all a part of our whole property.
What would she rather you do?
I don't know.
You don't even ask?
The wives just bitch the bitch. I think.
His whole house is flooded, and he's out there weeding.
Naked.
What I did. Anyway, humanoid robot fighting.
Yes.
Okay, so Daniel came up with this idea. We were talking.
Gonna be huge.
We were talking about wrestling, professional wrestling, with Jay.
Yeah.
Our buddy Jay.
You'll hear it on the
ACT Tuesday.
Yeah, I put a piece of it on ACT Best Of if you want to check it out.
And then we're just talking about how does professional wrestling live in like 50 years, It's like, because it seems like you have to be indoctrinated into it by your parents, and the younger generation's not going to get into it.
And in a world where like UCF fights are literally like guys rolling around on a bloody mat, like scarring each other for life.
Yeah,
like, how does
is
scripted combat survive that long?
Yeah, and so it seems kind of antiquated a little bit. Even
It's
though,
like a soap opera kind of,
Yeah.
like how are those still going?
It definitely is, and we looked it up, and the main audience right now would be in the 50-plus range. I mean, those are your guys that are really soaking it all in, and
that's the last bastion of generation.
Oh, God, it was so good in the 80s, dude. 80s wrestling was the best.
because it was real.
Their parents
Ultimate
got
Warrior and Hulk and Andre, so good.
And their parents got them into it. Their dad was watching
It's
it.
true.
And then
My dad got me into it.
And
It's
now
true.
those kids are 50, and they try to get their kids into wrestling, and maybe some of them did, but there's definitely a drop off. And I think it's less. There's so much stuff to consume. Anyway. That's not the point. The point is we were like, what could save this type of combat sports? Because even like the UFC, speaking of UFC and like MMA fighting and stuff, and I know it's super popular, but it does seem like they're running into a problem where there's not enough professional wrestling. For instance, like the most popular guys have always been the McGregors and the super personality type guys.
Right.
And then you're running into the problem where it's hard to
care.
It's hard to build this character, and then because it's real, they get beat, and then it's like, oh, he's not the best, so they already got beat, and then it's like, all right, the new guy and the guy that beat him can't talk, and he doesn't have a personality. He's some jiu-jitsu guy, or like, who's the guy that the Khabib guy, like where he.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
He was
That's their term.
The best fighter the MMA has seen in a long time.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
And he had a kind of a gimmick, but really he's not much of a talker and stuff. And then he retired, and then so now we got no one.
Well,
It's like,
both
I don't
have
know.
the things that they like, right? The drama on the wrestling side, people love the talking and the fact that the guys can spiel. And on the other side, you have really good combat sports, but nobody can spiel.
And so Daniel came up with humanoid robot fighting, and then we started talking about it. I'm like,
BattleBots are great, but they're not good enough.
As opposed to BattleBots,
Yeah.
which like they're just designed for whatever combat design they have.
It doesn't hold your attention because it's not you.
Right.
Now, the technology's not there yet, but when it does get there, I'm mark my words, and I think Daniel's correct. This will be a thing because they could fight to the death, which we've always wanted
We
to
want
see.
that, but we don't want that. We want it to happen, but we don't. I don't want somebody
Real
dying.
people dying.
That's insane. I don't even want look. I've been hunting with my grandpa, but this is really not my thing, right? It's just not my thing. I mean, that's fine.
I like MMA. Sometimes it's hard when you see a guy get knocked out, and then as they're falling to the ground and then hit their their head off the thing. The guy is hammer smashing his face unconscious.
Blood everywhere.
But it's just like the fact that he's unconscious, already knocked out, and you're punching him in the face. It's like, oh, no. Like my initial reaction is not like yes. I'm like, oh, like they have smashed his face. And he's knocked out already.
Now let me paint a picture for you. Now imagine two female robots fighting. And they peel off each other's bikinis, and then one of them grabs the other one by the fucking pussy and rips her fucking pussy open.
Whatever.
And and rips her leg off and starts beating her in the tits with her own leg. Imagine that. I mean, it is
robots fighting to the death. They look like humans.
And no holds barred.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. However, they're programmed to kill each other, man.
So two dude robots come out, they immediately rip each other's genitals off.
Yeah, you're my head writer. All of a sudden, you're my lead writer, Ross McCoy.
Yeah.
But people would watch that, I feel like.
For sure.
Yeah. And because now you're getting what we've always wanted, fight to the death, and then none of the guilt that because we can't handle. We're too weak.
Yeah.
But we can handle robots killing each other until the next generation
it's like the snack
starts
protesting
the robot rights and all that stuff.
Well, they're not going to like the nudity at first. We're going to have to fight to get it through the way I want it because they're going to want it to be a smooth Barbie doll and no nipples, and that's not going to fly. Look, I'll die on this hill.
With this pay-per-view,
they got to look like us. Because that's what's going to pull you in.
We're probably going to have to start slow. Like it's probably going to be like bare naked baby dolls fighting at first, and then we'll work our way up to like some exterior features.
Can't do bare naked baby dolls. Catch some guy jacking off to that, and we get a problem on our hands.
But it'll be like like a full size mannequin, like a mannequin with no features. That'll be our starting point, and then we'll move on to like features, maybe like the Bob type of thing that you like the guy you punched is a punching bag. We'll get to that point where it has like a face that's recognizable, and then we'll get into customizable with genitals and everything, and that's when and then the like super generation, the one robot pins the other one, rips its head off, and hydraulic fluid just spews everywhere.
It's got a circulation system.
I'm fucking around and I'm making jokes and I'm going too far for a little bit, but there is a part of me that says if you could engineer this to be real live Mortal Kombat, where the robot, I want the robot to come out and it's going to look like a real doll when it comes. That thing looks like a man or a woman. It looks real. And then when they start fighting, once that thing gets injured, yes, you could have an exoskeleton underneath. The rubber starts falling off. Hydraulic fluid, it starts breaking down.
Like Terminator.
Sparks are flying. Oh, my God.
He cuts the skin and then bleeds and stuff. Then he rips his skin off. And then it's
and he's just punching it with just a metal fist. Oh, it'd be so killer, dude.
And then we're all like cheering or like, but then there will be a generation underneath that like, this is savage and disgusting. And then like it'll be.
And we'll be all fat and we'll wear robes.
Like, our kids, grandkids will be protesting this and like, these robots are treated horrible. And they live down.
Thank you to the humanoids who stick up for our consciousness.
I'm not doing that. They're like, they live down.
You ain't bringing home no goddamn robot. I'll tell you that right now. You bring home a robot to the Dennis household, we're going to have a goddamn problem. You better get your robot ass out of here. Like that guy in St. Cloud yelling at that poor man that was going door to door. Oh, my God. What a terrible story. What else we got on here?
I want to talk about your pedal steel guitar. So Daniel,
I want to buy a pedal steel guitar, Ross.
Why haven't you already?
My grandfather.
You did already.
I put a deposit down. I didn't buy nothing. I put a fully refundable deposit
it's already
down.
Bought.
It might take 9 months to get it. Take 9 months to get this little old man to build me a pedal steel guitar.
Custom made.
Explain what it is.
All pedal steel guitars are custom made, and my grandfather, Ira Lee Atkins, played the pedal steel guitar back when I was like a little baby. He played the organ and the pedal steel guitar. And Christine, I was going to text you, Christine in the chat room. She wants a pedal steel guitar too. Go in halvesies with me. I'll let you play it.
Is this a grandfather went to the insane asylum?
No, that's my dad's dad. My dad's dad went to the sanitarium because he cracked up. A nervous breakdown.
I was like, oh my God, the metal guitar was the first step.
No.
I see the path.
Oddly enough, I'm already past that point of his life, so you have nothing to worry about. I just skated right through the crazy part.
Nothing's a stretch.
So I want a pedal steel guitar, but they're not mass produced. They're not
You want a console steel guitar with pedals and knee levers that change the pitch of certain strings?
Yeah. You use your knees and you use your feet, just like kind of like drums. You have to have a certain level of independence. And then you use your right hand to pluck or to strum. And then you use your left hand with a bar to make your notes.
Horizontal position, also known as Hawaiian style.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen like Crystal's grandma play the metal.
She plays a lap steel guitar, lap guitar.
So it's like that, but on some sort of like digital keyboard style pedestal that has foot levers and.
Oh, well, then she's playing pedal steel.
No. But I'm saying that it's like that, but what you're talking about has a whole foot levers.
Okay. So what I'm talking about, it looks basically like a guitar that's like if you were to lay the front of a guitar instead of it being facing the audience, just lay it flat so the strings are facing the sky.
Yeah.
And it's a little square box, and then the guitar neck, it's 10 strings, which is more than a normal guitar would have.
Yeah.
And then it has a small neck, and then there's the different frets that you can use just like a standard guitar, and it's on a table. It's like on a flat little table, and it weighs about 40 pounds. And then underneath it, there are these levers that fall down, and you put your knees up in them. And then so like if you had a note and you were playing like let's say you're playing like a C, you could move your left leg to the right and bend it from a C to a D. It would go up because you're moving your leg.
Okay.
So it bends the note. So that's where you get the you look that like weird. It's used for country music. It's
or like a UFO noise in a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive Andrea fucking bananas. It's gonna be so crazy.
She won't let you take your regular guitar camping, and now you want to take a whole guitar steel setup.
I know, 42 pounds. It comes in a case.
Now,
how
it breaks down to
it's got a road case.
That's very cool.
Do you have to teach yourself how to play this?
Yeah, but there's like forums and all kinds of videos and stuff.
I'm sure YouTube videos.
It's considered the hardest instrument to learn how to play.
Okay,
harder than harp.
It's in the harp family. They say it's in the harp family.
So
I was actually thinking of reaching out to Butler's wife maybe for some tips too, because she's amazing on a harp. She rips.
But is it anything like a harp?
Yeah, I mean they say that the pedals, but more than likely,
and then affecting the strings like that.
I know theory. Yeah, I'll brush up on my theory. I've got good independence from drumming. So I know how to use my right hand, left foot, left foot independently of each other. So
and then you go to the library, you get pedal steel guitar for dummies, and you're good to go.
I mean, everything's online. I mean, but it is a weird. It's like I don't know anybody who plays it. If there are any BDMs or any listeners that play it that you want to give me a lesson, I will pay you. I want to learn how to play it because my grandfather played it, and it was cool as hell. It's like one of those instruments that, like, I don't know, whenever I hear it in a
cool
as
hell is a stretch.
No, it is. No, I think I'll die on the hill and disagree with you.
It's interesting.
No, I think there are a lot of people, especially now, that would hear it. You hear like classic 60s, 70s, the classic Nashville sound. You hear that? Oh my God. It's fucking cool as hell.
It's cool to old men like us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which is, so if you started playing the pedal steel guitar and played me a song, I'd be like, oh shit!
Like there was a guy on the
pedal. How long did that take you? 8 years?
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this.
Like how much would you have to practice?
A lot.
This would be like
I'm trying to use it as like a meditative, almost like a chilling out style. Like thing in the evenings, because I have been playing my guitar, I've been writing music, I've been listening, but I need something to really like get into.
Just to twang out for a while.
And I've been wanting to really get into this one. Listen to this dude. This is like a younger guy, so I know you're saying old man, but this is like a younger dude and his younger friend, and this is them playing Black Hole Sun on a Steve. Fucking awesome, dude. It's fucking badass. Black Hole Sun on a goddamn pedal steel guitar.
Where are they at? In church?
No, that's like the guy's living room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like his living room.
That is a young guy playing it, but I know this video, and I know that he's only playing it because he just inherited it from his great-grandfather.
So pretty soon, my whole life is going to be roadside peanuts and a pedal steel guitar.
You accelerated.
I really did.
Old man fast.
Yeah, I go fast. When I go old man, I go right to the grave. Next week, ordering my coffin and headstone and my headstone.
If you're just hanging out by the side of the road selling boiled peanuts and playing Soundgarden on a pedal steel guitar, I know where I'm hanging out.
Would you smoke weed with me?
Oh yeah.
Eat boiled peanuts.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
I might even sell turtles next year or something. Like
I need a turtle salesman. Holy shit! Right.
I've been looking for a turtle guy.
I need a turtle guy.
So what does one of these things cost?
Well, I mean, buying one used is like right at $1,800. It's expensive.
Okay. But you're not going to buy it used. You got a brand new.
I'm looking at a used one, from them. Yeah, they have, because what happens is in this world, the cool thing about pedal steel guitar and buying one, and this is true, and you can go on the pedal steel guitar forums if you don't believe me. Most of the time, whatever you pay for it, you'll get it out. You'll get it back because it's so rare. It's such a rare thing that nobody plays that people are always looking for them.
Yeah.
So if you can get one for $1,800, chances are you could flip it at its worst for $1,700 and get rid of it. So it's like a Rolex. It's very, very odd. They're almost always handmade. None of the companies that make them are still together anymore. There's one I was looking at. Man, there's a bunch in St. Cloud. St. Cloud is fucking steel guitar land.
Yeah.
And
they're a bunch of old men. That's where Pop-Pop lived.
Well, I mean, I wish he was still around because I bet you he knows some guys that probably have some really great instruments in. Like, you find them, and then you got to talk to the guy. And I've been emailing these old men, and it's a pain in the ass. They don't email back. They don't understand what I'm saying, and they will not haggle.
You know, you can get a keyboard where this is a button.
I know.
Right. Daniel has to learn.
Right.
It would probably take you. What do you dedicate like X amount of hours a week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm practicing.
The program I'm looking at. It's funny you say that because I knew Andrea was going to want me to do something like that. But the program I'm looking
it's
at,
like 2 miles running in the morning.
No, it's 30 minutes.
Fingertip push-ups.
It's like scales and shit. Like there's a guy. He teaches you like, here's the scales you got to use. Here's the finger picking. You got to try that. Here's how to use a palm dampening. Here's how to use knuckle dampening.
What a specialized instruction video.
It's everybody that talks on. Go on YouTube and just type in pedal skill guitar instruction, and you're going to see some wild ass videos. I mean, just some really old crotchety old men, and a lot of trucker hats, almost exclusively trucker hats.
I wish I had the passion to want to learn
anything. Literally anything.
You
do though. You have the passion to want to learn how to graft your own plants or share them, or I mean, that's no different. I mean, sitting down and learning that or reading about it is no different than me watching a YouTube video and then copying what the guy does on a pedal steel guitar because I want to learn how to play an instrument my grandfather played.
What's this fungus on my begonia? That's
you do all of that. White flies, all night.
But what you're doing takes practice, and you're building towards something. Like I want to have a nice backyard. I like plants, but once I learn how to do it,
you don't see that as building towards something. Like that's literally you're planting seeds.
It's all full already. The wife is pitching at me.
He diminishes a lot of his accomplishments, which sucks because I give him compliments and they mean nothing. But he's built a kingdom. Like, you've seen pictures of his backyard. It's fucking amazing. But if you give him a compliment on it, he's like, man.
And it'll clearly fall into disrepair if you stop maintaining it for a second. So, like.
No, but I mean, you, like, practicing towards something, learning how to do it, to actually do this. That's different than learning how to propagate plants. I learned that one time, and it's like not have to practice. It's like, well, just, or whatever the hell.
I get what you're saying.
There's no practice involved in any of this shit. It's like.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. Kill yourself.
Running or something like that, but that's physical. Like, that's something that I'm like, playing, because essentially playing the steel string guitar only means something to Daniel, right?
I don't even know if I could play with him. I mean, I know nobody.
No one else cares.
Yeah, no one will. You are goddamn right. No one else cares about me playing pedal steel guitar. That is a loner of an instrument.
Until you solo like 90 minutes at like the 15-year meetup or whatever.
I don't know if this one's going to come.
I'm 20s coming up.
Let me ask you guys. I'm a little concerned about this. I may be making a mistake, and it may even just get my deposit. We'll see how the weekend goes. I may get my deposit money back because there is a part of me that says, like, maybe you're too old to start learning something new. You always, like, you and I talk about that all the time. We're dying. It's harder for us to learn stuff. Stuck in your ways. You know what I mean? When I was a young boy and wanted to learn drums or wanted to learn piano, man, I was ready.
But this is what old people learn how to do. This is perfect. Like,
I do think it's perfect.
We're too old to learn technology. This
is old technology.
This is your lane here. Like, it's learning how to do like model trains or whatever the fuck, all other old
I've been
shit.
learning finger picking for the last couple years, and I've gotten decent with being able to like roll my fingers. And a lot of that is something that you do on the pedal steel. So I'm kind of interested in that. I'm interested to see where like being able to play with good independence, like double pedal, being able to use my, my hi-hat when I was playing drums. I'm wondering how that's going to come into play, if that will give me a leg up. But anyway, I'll report back to you guys. And if I record anything or get one anytime soon, we'll see.
You know what I say? Always follow your doubts. Get that deposit back.
Yep.
Your doubts are most likely right.
Let your doubts lead the way. Yeah.
That's why
let's
they're
just be
there.
honest. Anytime you're in the back of your mind, you're like, should I buy this? Or you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should not buy it. You should not get into this hobby. Because guess what? That metal steel guitar is going to, Daniel start playing it at the beginning. He'll be all into it, and then it's going to be sitting up there next to his drum set and all the other shit. Just like everything's
next
sitting
to my scooter.
You just have a graveyard of hobbies that you picked up, and then you don't use
That's the
anymore.
Jim Phillips.
Your goddamn kayaks out there that you're selling them. Everything that you get, you never stay into forever.
Then it gives you a bunch of stuff to Craigslist. When you're down in your life,
Yeah. It's but I think about that all the time, but then I tell myself, well, you got to do something. Like, what the fuck are you just sit there and wait to die?
You do got to pass the time somehow.
You gotta, even though you know the outcome is going to be, I get into this.
Gotta do something.
That's seriously I see all
Might
my
as well
friends.
be pedal steel guitar.
Every time someone tells me they want to buy a boat or a jet ski or they want to get into
And you want to
whatever,
yell no? You just yell
they buy
no.
a treadmill. They fucking want to get into running. They bought all the shit, all the stuff, everything, anything. I think to myself, I tell them that it's a waste of their time, and that they'll be all the shit will be in their garage. Their old lady will be bitching about getting it out of there in 1 year's time for sure, 100%, or at least a 95%. And but then I tell myself, you got to do something. So just let
So
them-
you're arguing with yourself in your own.
And then you snap to in your yard. You're like, how much time was that?
That's why he's standing there arguing with himself. It's called the you got to do something argument, and then he comes to, and the crystal goes, "There's people coming."
It's like, was 1 minute gone by or an hour?
Oh my god!
All right.
Let's plug some stuff. You want to plug some stuff? We got stuff to plug. How are the hats? We got hats left.
Still
right?
got some.
Those are so good. They're great hats, man. Tom and Dan hats, brand new design by the Danger Brands, BDM, and it is the new Tom and Dan Sun Hat.
Yeah, it's basically a straw hat you could use for any pool occasion, beach, just going out fishing. I was using
great
mine
for hiking.
when we were fishing down in Miami, catching some peacock bass, which, the only way to fish is to go with someone who knows how to do it. And then
Correct.
You start trying to learn how to fish yourself. I can imagine how
That's
horrible
what scares me about pedal steel guitar. I've never caught a fish. I'm like, what if I just sit up there reading the manual? I'm like, this is too hard.
But that is just literally like you start at the fundamentals and it's like, hey, you got to pick for 8 months straight before you even start learning how
I
to
can do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I can do that.
So with the fishing, it's like, where are you at? What kind of bait are you using? Like all the shit that you make
How do they
mistakes.
accumulate the knowledge?
Like making the mistakes is the worst part about getting into anything, and then just to quit. It's weird.
Gotta do something.
Selling all your fishing equipment.
Even if you stick with it, you die.
Oh, write that down. That's good. Stick with it. You're going to die someday.
Yeah.
That's,
your kids will be selling it for way cheaper than they should.
Oh, that's what I did. I was so sad. I was just like, let it all go.
All right. We'll see you on Monday's BDM show. We got our big
Yes.
events coming up in November. Ross, you going to be anywhere?
You can listen to me on the Orlando Talk Show with me, Ross McCoy, brought to you as always by Mo DeWitt. He sponsors this room, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
We're doing a comedy show. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's going to be October 2nd at the Orlando Funny Bone. It used to be called the Improv down there on iDrive. We got Sean Finnerty, we got Madison Bakish hosting, and Ricky Reyes, power lineup.
Nice.
October 2nd at the Funny Bone. And don't forget my buddy Joe Byrne Pest Control. I don't know if I told you, Tom. Right before I came over today, I had ants in my kitchen.
Yep.
And I texted Joe a picture of ants in my kitchen, and he texted back, "Go to your porch." And I was like, "No way, dude, no way." And I went out to my porch. I was like, "What's going on?" I thought he was there already. There's a rumbling sound. He erupted up out of the ground with the queen ant in a chokehold, like WWE style, holding her up like the Undertaker, dude. And the other ants all boiled up out of the hole and surrounded him. He said, "I've defeated your queen. I am now your queen. Go back into the hole and seal yourselves in." And they did it. They listened to him and they squished the queen with his hand. And he said, Done here.
Yeah.
Joe Byrne, Bird and Pest Control. Live Florida.
Hell of a, wow, when you do a live read, you do a goddamn live read.
Live-
Hold on, I've been doing them wrong for years. That was good as fuck.
Now we're going to get some hate like the other Ross. He's too high.
No, that was good as fuck. I enjoyed that. I didn't know we could blatantly lie in our live reads. I didn't know that was allowed.
People are like on Reddit, they're like, I don't like it. I don't know. It's crazy.
Some Creed cult bullshit.
Joe Byrne, Burn Pest Control. Live Florida on easy mode. That's what I say.
There you go.
Before we leave, let's get the BDM son on the couch here.
Whoa,
for a second.
whoa. Why would you say that?
Because a BDM came in today, and you can use that mic.
You don't have to sit in my lap. That's fine.
Hold the mic up to your
Hold on,
face
I'll
here.
put a camera on you. Hold on.
Is
that allowed?
I like to.
Can we have babies on the TV?
Babies, he's an 18-year-old man.
He's a baby.
My pop-up fought in World War II at 17.
This is a child.
This is a man.
A good-looking child.
You're not prepared to fight in World War II at your age. So.
All right, and then you want to get about that close to the microphone when you talk.
So,
good to see you, man. Hey, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So BDM came by today watching the show because he's taking his son to college, I believe.
And he made his son sit through old man talk show.
That's punishment before he goes out.
Goddamn pedal steel guitar, fucking plant man over here. This guy's high as fuck.
A riveting Lowe's story.
Yeah. Lowe's pedal steel is higher than fuck. Yeah, what do we do? What
the dick valve stems kind of got him, but he didn't. I was like, I don't know what a valve stem is. Because whatever, I don't know what generation.
I wonder, can you change a tire?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, you got a real man dad.
That's a
real
point.
man dad.
Chuck one up.
Yeah. So what school are you going to?
Florida Tech.
Okay, Florida
Nice.
Tech. And then are you going up there? Are you staying in dorms or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, this is getting real weird and
creepy.
specific. You don't have to answer any of these
Get the
questions,
medium
son.
son of the couch. Hey, how are the
Answer
dorm
anything.
rooms? Are the beds? Are the beds
How's
soft?
the security there? Reckon you can sneak through with a ninja mask or
What
not?
size shorts should a man wear? 5'?
The windows got locks on them or not?
Yeah.
There
How do
used
you
to be
like
a time
men's grooming?
where you could
Any lights out?
playfully break into the girls' dorm and steal their panties. It's
called a panty raid.
And then you run in and they're fucking all showering together. You see them nude.
Yeah.
And you're like, ah!
But you don't go,
Everybody was laughing about it. It was just all fun and games.
And that's the time you want to get back to. Vote Tom Van.
They'll vote for it right now.
Make college great again.
Hi, everybody. Do you want to get back to a time when you could steal girls' panties and then be running away going,
They want to get there. Anyway.
And for some reason, you always had to like put a ladder up to the second story window.
Yeah.
You couldn't go in through the front door for
was
some
locked.
reason.
It was
Sneak
locked.
attack.
Okay, but the ground floor window was locked. Like, I mean,
Yeah, but their dorm rooms are on the second floor.
always got to get a ladder.
Where'd you get a 15-foot ladder from?
It's a
You
big-
live in a dorm.
Nothing's stopping me from stealing panties,
They
man.
probably stole it from Home Depot because they worked there.
You don't think as horny as I am, I could get you a 15-foot ladder?
So you're 18, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's creepy too.
My sins.
Yeah, let me see your ID. I want to make sure.
If any other guy asks you that while you're sitting on a couch in front of a microphone, be very afraid.
Hold on, move your hair out. Look, everybody, it's Matt Gates. There he is. Okay.
Tommy will not be prepared in 7 years to move out of my house and go live alone.
You don't think
I
so?
will. I will 100%
In
know.
7 years? You don't think you can prepare
Going
the
alone
kid?
in 7 years. The amount of stuff to go live by
You
yourself.
have so much time.
Anyway.
Here's how to cook out. Here's how to do laundry.
Yeah. Tie your shoes, then teaching me.
Oh, wow.
I'm joking.
You got Velcro.
I don't know. I don't know if he can.
Velcro's fine.
That's how much I know.
Talk to him.
So, what are kids, 18-year-olds? They're all watching TikTok, right? That's where you get all your information.
I don't use TikTok, but yeah.
You don't use it. What do you use?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah. TikTok is that may be.
Oh, yeah. YouTube. All right. I got what's
Yeah, my
happening.
son's. I'm just trying to get the temperature of the younger generation.
What do the kids watch? They watch a TikTok? Oh, YouTube. All right. I got what's happening here.
I know YouTube. I got the NFL ticket. I got YouTube. So what are you just watching reels on YouTube?
What, you watching Mr. Beast? Hey, what do you want?
Yeah, what is it? What are you watching
down
now?
there?
You can use like shorts. It's like their
Okay,
version
so you're
of
just
TikTok.
scrolling shorts.
Yeah.
That's just all TikTok then. It's all the same. You're just scrolling, and you're addicted to it, right?
I wouldn't say addicted.
Okay.
No, but
you lost an hour.
every 20 seconds.
I go, you're addicted. You're like, I wouldn't say it. Everybody that has it, I say that. I'm like, you're addicted to it. They're like, I wouldn't say it. I told my wife that. My wife
What
is
happens
on
if
a
you don't
screen-
do it? I'll be shaking. I have to have it. I'll steal it for it. So you get a dorm. Your dad's taking you there. Is it all furnished already, or do you have to bring all your own TV? Do people even care about TVs?
It's a technical college, so you have to build all your furniture right away. They just give you raw lumber and nails.
That's actually a decent idea.
Bring your own hammer.
You just use your phone now. This TVs
No,
are
the phone,
not-
if you hit a nail with it, it breaks. Tom. You can't do
when
that.
I was in college, we had a dorm, like a main room, with a ginormous TV in there that the school had paid for, and then it was just on all the
lounge.
time.
Like a
Yeah,
community
lounge.
lounge room.
Yeah,
and
then
they
we
do
had a
movie night once a week or something
and
like
you
that.
could bring a little one in your room if you wanted to, but I don't know if it's still like that. I'm a dumb old man, so you'll have to tell me.
Every dorm, the UGA, every dorm room was like 2 beds, and then the rich kids would get the loft. They
Yes.
have like a loft built out where the beds were up above, so you had all that ground space, you know.
But do they even care about an actual TV? Everybody's got a phone.
So I know it depends on your type of dorm. I have an apartment type, so it's 4 bedrooms, and you have a main area for
nice.
kitchen.
Okay.
I think it comes with a small little box TV, but I'm bringing my regular size, kind of large TV.
Okay.
Nice.
I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if like having a bigger TV.
You kids watch TV. You want a big one?
It's just everybody's looking at. Like I sit on my couch. I have a fucking 75-inch TV, and I'm just watching shit on my phone.
I never do. Once I'm home, I'm TV man.
No,
I'm old man.
different generation. I catch myself, and then like, what the fuck am I doing? I watch YouTube on my TV, but then I got to turn it on, go to Roku, YouTube, sign in. I forgot my goddamn password, and then I'm like, fucking, I have to go and put in the code, and
It'll jump right to it.
Where's
like if
the
you're
crosswalk?
connected, you'll be watching something on your phone, and it'll just connect right to your TV.
click on all the bicycles. I'm fucking doing all the shit.
They hide some of the buses in the bus ones.
Yeah.
You've seen those in the bus ones. Sometimes they hide the tail end of the bus on the edge.
How
Tom, no shit. I recently spent like a fair bit of time with a 90-year-old couple, and they had the exact same problem with their Roku that you just described. Like literally the exact same problem. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, I can relate to. Well, this is complicated. So
Then you just end up watching that graphic where the bus is going by, the cartoon background. You just end up watching that.
I have seen that.
how's the relationship with the young kids now with the gambling? Have you dabbled with the Hard Rock app? I saw on some meme that like, kids because they're addicted to Roblox and all the stuff growing up and like short stuff, that it also
Did you just call me short stuff?
pertains to gambling too, because it's like instant dopamine releases. It's like making bets.
I could see
It's like,
that.
So how's that? You got Ben betting?
So I believe it's like video games. You still have like that. You can spend money, buy a box, and you can either might make more money off that. But I don't think there's any like kind of not much like poker, blackjack. It's more like buy a case and get.
In-game
In-game
microtransactions.
micro, yeah.
Okay,
So that's
gotcha.
yeah. But they're saying that translates as you get older into
certain
gambling.
of the games, like you could, I don't know, like CS:GO and stuff. They have skins that you can sell for actual real money.
Yeah.
And so if you hit good on one of these mystery boxes, you could get a skin that's worth several $1,000s, and then some kid with a shitload of money from their parents will buy it and give you real money for just a skin online.
Have you ever done any of that? Or?
No.
Yeah, that'd be cool though.
What do you play Fortnite? My sons are playing Fortnite. And what's
Dan,
going on?
do it in the voice, please. Thank you.
Oh, you play Fortnite? Me and Max are playing Fortnite.
I don't. What's going on in the chat rooms in there?
You hanging on the mail chat room?
What was I saying? They're yelling the N-word?
Because I don't know. They say it's fine, but who knows?
No, I would say that too. I said that to my mom when I was listening to Eazy-E all day long. It's like,
get AIDS.
I didn't get AIDS, but I was like, literally, it would be like, I need a copter so I can get away clean and take some pussy along, if you know what I mean. And my mom would knock on the door and I'd turn it down, and she's like, "What did I hear in there? Is that okay?" I was like, "It's totally fine. I'm just going over the choir music for handbell choir. We're just doing handbells, Mom. No big deal."
Now, the fireworks tent, there's a lot of like mid-20s kids, and a lot of those guys to either like, a lot of them were just like betting on sports like I couldn't believe. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then some of them were very into like there's no legitimate site to do it really, but like online blackjack was pretty big. And there's a lot of sites where you can like, for example, there's one where you can log in every day and they'll give you like 10 cents credit and you can play blackjack with it. And if you can play your 10 cents every day up to like $100, you can cash out.
Bonuses, it's like it's free money.
I do like a good bonus.
100% bonus?
We'll double your
that.
payout.
Let me put money in. I don't have it.
But then you have to put some kind of bank information into this, by definition, sketchy website because they're letting you illegally gamble here in the state of Florida. So you have to give them some sort of banking information to get this $100 that you've probably spent like 6 months accruing.
Maybe longer, I'm guessing.
So good luck.
Yeah, man.
With the online blackjack?
No. And what are you going to school for again?
Computer science.
Computer. All right,
Nice.
that's good.
Computers are working out for people, I feel like.
Plastic's the future.
Yeah. AI, you worried about AI taking your job? Are you learning AI to work with it, and then that's what it's going to be, right?
Bit of both.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I feel like we need a man on the inside to destroy AI. How do you feel about that? What if we got you in, friend of AI, and then had you pull the plug?
Are there still, when I was in college, the biggest, like, it was all about the party. Like, we
The
go to
Rager.
games.
The Rager.
Yeah, the Rager. You go.
You're looking forward to going to some Ragers?
Yeah. Is there Ragers anymore? Or you're all just online? They
just
still
talking
get
to each
together.
other. Let's
Co-eds.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear him bullshit his way through this answer, or do you want to send his dad outside for a minute?
No, his dad, he know.
His dad's cool.
Yeah.
He's got tattoos and earrings. He's cool.
Yeah. So, any Ragers?
No idea.
No. Okay.
Yeah. What did I tell you?
I know what
did
that
I
means.
tell you?
I know what that means. Rager.
I feel like it's harder to throw a Rager because everybody's got cell phones. They shut it down quicker.
You know why?
It's like,
Because you and I aren't doing it. Well, let's throw a Rager for some young kids.
yeah, they used to do pool party.
Yeah.
You know what
Mom
it used to
and
be?
Dan's young kids pool party Rager.
They used to do these club-sponsored pool parties at apartment complexes. We would go up to Gainesville.
DJ.
DJ, and then the co-eds, they're raging.
Yeah, they were raging.
And then there's everybody's
Asses
getting
everywhere.
drunk. We're all underage. No one cared.
Somebody will put a foam machine. If they start pushing the foam out, you start ass grabbing in there.
One of the worst days of my life. I was surveying in Georgia, middle of the summer. We're on this like bare clay field staking out a hospital they're going to build,
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's hot, it's dusty, and like literally across the street is this brand new apartment complex. And to bring in people, they were having like a rage or pool party with like bikini girls just like walking all around, and it was like close enough I could turn my survey transit to it and like zoom in a little bit with the telescope, but there was no way to like actually get there.
I would have hugged
like
you right now.
It was like
You were looking at ass.
it was like being in hell.
The big yellow thing. The tripod.
That's gotta be a scene in a movie. The survey center. He's smoking weed. He's looking through the big giant ass or some titties.
The tripod. And then all of a sudden the goers are like, there's a guy in the one
creep looking at me.
And you're like, oh shit. Don't jump down.
No, this was like an 18-acre construction site. There were a lot of people watching the pool party. It was not, I just happen to have a telescope.
All right,
That's hilarious.
Good luck
Good
in
luck,
college.
man. Nice to meet you.
Good
Thanks
to
for
meet you.
being
You got a
here.
good dad taking you up there.
Give him a bunch of stickers and tell him to
think-
tell kids about Tom and Dan. Get the next generation
true.
involved.
It's true.
You think he's gonna cry when he drops you off, and
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah, a
okay.
little bit.
Would that make you feel like he's weak? It would. I feel like my son's like I'll refrain myself from crying just because.
My dad cried all the time, and I'd be like, "Look at yourself! Aren't you glad that I can finish what you started, you pussy of a
I
man?"
never saw anybody cry growing up. Especially the men in my family. They're just like, he's dead. They're all dead. Now get out there. They're like, oh, shit.
They're dead. They're all dead now. Get out there.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Now, are you gonna let him move you into the dorms, or are you just gonna like have him drop you off at the curb with a box?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need dad's help.
It's too much stuff.
It's
and
way
you
too
can't
much.
let the co-ed see you drop out your dad there helping you carry a box.
No, sometimes like my dad would chirp.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad had already made friends by the time everybody got back to my dorm room. They already knew my dad.
Oh yeah, they're like, buy some booze, Mr.
I'll buy you anything you want. You got nice titties.
All right, let's get out
Get out of here, y'all.
We'll see you on Monday's BDM show.
Yep.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Have a great weekend and stay safe. And we will see you Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
This is all jokes and funny to you, huh? You can take it up with legal. Have a good day.